But did you ever see the Gary V video where he's like, fuck the weekend, fuck Friday, fuck that. The whole week you're supposed to be working all the time. There's no weekend. Like he's just like tearing down the whole.
But it sounds like Gary V for sure. I hear it coming from. I gotta refollow him for that.
That's one of the best. Well, it's an older one. That's a classic. That's one of the best Gary V's. Just for Gary V is an epiphany. Mm-hmm. I don't even know. Like it's really funny because he's one of those people who just talks forever. But like because of that, there's gonna be some stuff that's right in there, and I think people just cling on to that.
Oh yeah.
And he takes he's almost like a good improver, and that he takes an idea and just goes all the way, like the weekend thing.
Yeah.
He goes all the way.
It's great public speaking and motivational speaking. Motivational speaking is an amazing $100,000 a year gig.
Well, motivational. I've been told I can be a motivational speaker, and I feel like that's like a high compliment because I feel like my hair's all messed up from I think it's from the hat I was wearing. So I'm gonna put on this Wild Phil hat right now. It's got
okay.
on it and everything. Just figure I should say why I'm doing that.
I know Wild Phil.
Yeah.
That's a cool hat. I need to ask him how he makes those. I gotta get some.
Shout out Wild Philisieski. But what were we saying? I lost my train of thought. I put the hat on.
I was talking about something. Shit.
Well, I know Gary V, motivational speaking.
Oh yeah, motivational.
And I've been told I could be a motivational speaker, and I feel like that's such a high compliment. But I think that it literally is just being able to form a thought and then also being positive. Like, I think if you just take those two things and then you just do that, I don't think it's that hard. Like, I think if you just take an idea and then just say, like, you can do it, and this is why you can do it, and then just make up shit, I think that's all it takes.
Being able to convey a thought thoroughly for an hour straight without saying
Yeah, I think the hard part would be talking by myself, like a motivational speaker, because you'd have to monologue, and that would be hard. Like, what I've always liked about this is I can talk with people. To talk, like even a solo podcast, like how do people talk for 30 minutes, an hour? Like how the fuck does a motivational speaker do that?
There's people that can't shut up. That's just
because it's different than like doing a stand-up set. That's kind of different. When you're talking, it's not like I don't think that's the same. Like it's like different than I was performing a song. It'd be like you just have to be able to roll with it. Like I thought, like I can memorize a song, but how would I memorize a speech? I feel like memorizing a speech would be a lot harder, and I don't think I've ever had to do that.
There's beats to it. I mean, it's almost like the song.
Yeah,
there's a rhythm to it. There's beats, just like with stand up.
Yeah.
So with stand up, each comic has a flow. They have a flow, a cadence, and a beat. So you know when a joke begins and when a joke ends. Some comics put jokes inside of a total frame or like a total topic. So now it's the whole topic, joke, and the topic joke.
Yeah.
And then they go into a whole nother scale.
I've always thought that was interesting because I mean, even different comics will, like some comics will think of jokes as verbatim, and other comics will think of it in bullet points. And I think the bullet point thing is the better thing. Like just not having just having a skeleton of a joke and then knowing. I mean, also, I think that it's interesting too how sequencing comes into play with all that, right? Because if you have like a 20-minute set or a 30-minute set, now you can do things that you could never do with the 5 or 10-minute set.
Yeah.
Like you can gain the trust throughout the first like 15 minutes and then just tell some super sad story for the last 5 minutes and send it home. But you can't do that for just 5 minutes. If you just get up there and tell a sad story, oh my God, you just freaked everybody out.
It got to end funny or something. You can only do that at an open mic.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? I hate doing little time, but I don't like doing a lot of time.
Meaning what's a lot of time?
A lot of time, or even like the what is the word? Industry standard of being a professional comedian, you have to have at least an hour 30.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I've seen shows where it's like two headliners and they're both doing, what, an hour? Is that the idea?
I would hate to see 2 hours. I will leave.
Sounds exhausting a little bit, unless you really like the comics. Like if you really were into it and you really like them, maybe.
Even when my issue is I didn't watch stand-up growing up as a kid.
Yeah.
Stand-up was my least favorite form of entertainment.
Damn, you're a hater. You were a hater.
And it was just the whole process of it. Like watching it was like, I'm a kid always looking for mental stimulation. I'm like, I don't want to just say it said mature. You know how the TV has the ratings? It says mature. So I'm thinking a titty about to pop out. It's just some dude saying bad words for an hour.
Yeah, okay. That's a fair point. And you're just like, what's the point of this? You never had like a comic that you liked at all? When did this turn around?
So I did like Dave Chappelle. So there was 3 specials I saw before I even thought about getting into stand-up comedy. So it was Eddie Murphy Raw. That was like the beginning of like watching stand-up comedy, because it's like, this dude is nuts. He's talking about Mr. T snapping a dude's dick with his ass.
Yeah.
So I'm like, shit, this nigga's nuts. And then I watched like Dave Chappelle. So the 2 Dave Chappelle specials. What's crazy though is it took me like years. It took me like 3-4 years to actually see them from beginning to end, because I just don't have the attention span to sit and listen to somebody talk for an hour.
Huh. I have a friend who refuses to go to a movie theater, and he doesn't even see the point. And he'll tell me like, why would I watch a movie in a movie theater when I can watch it at my house and stop it and smoke weed and do whatever I want? Like, I'm not worried about the movie continuing. And I don't know who's right and who's wrong, because I get what he's saying, but it's like, dude, you're like missing the whole, like, can you watch a movie? Are you capable of that?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's like something about watching somebody talk for an hour. You can watch a movie for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like people have different attention spans. Like for my friend, it's like his attention span, he just can't even do it. I'm like, dude, really? Like he can't watch movies. He refuses.
Gotta do something else. Yeah, he got to be doing something.
So for you, but for you, it's different. You can at least enjoy a film. Thank God. All right.
Oh yeah, I love movies.
Yeah, I love movies too. But you watch a movie all the way through? You sit down, you watch it all the way through?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes. So it's different. Like I have different places where I watch movies. So I watch movies at home.
Okay.
Because I will bootleg a movie quick, fast, and in a hurry. Oh, it's in the theaters?
I have a friend who does that, but I would never say that I do it. But continue.
I allegedly bootleg movies.
Dude, I will always like accidentally like slip that out and be like, oh damn, should I have? Because I don't actually know. Like I don't actually know how much it matters. Like what can you say?
Exactly.
This is a comedy podcast, so it's all jokes anyway.
Censor it.
We never.
No, it's all jokes. Yeah.
When he says bootleg, he's talking about like Spongebob.
I have a bootleg, man. Yeah, still DVDs, CDs.
I think bootlegging is coming back, by the way. I think pirating is coming back. I think it's all getting cool again.
It never left.
Well, it never left, but I think that it's like becoming the norm again.
Yeah, because streaming services are starting to cost as much as cable.
Exactly.
We had like, okay, I gotta spend $100 for internet that comes with the cable, and then I gotta spend $100 on Hulu, Disney Plus. No, oh wait, you're bundling it, so that's $30 right there.
Right.
Disney and Hulu, Hulu and Disney. Then you gotta get Showtime. Then you gotta get HBO. Then you gotta get Apple. Why the fuck Apple got a streaming service?
I'm trying to think of the other ones you said Peacock, yeah?
Peacock, okay. Amazon.
Yeah, there's got to be more. There's like fucking another one every day, dude.
Tubi is free forever, thank God.
Yeah, but there is paid. You can get paid Tubi.
Paid Tubi?
Can you? I feel like you could.
Yet.
Oh, okay, it's coming. There's no way it's not. Because the thing is, if we all... I don't think anybody remembers the past. I don't think anybody...
Hulu was free.
Yeah, like I think people just are so stuck in the moment and they're so stuck in their idea of the past, they forget how it really was. Guys, when it was back in the day, when it was the beautiful past, you would only have Netflix. That was it. It wasn't like a competition. It was like Netflix had things. Yeah. And also Netflix had no ads. And none of these streaming services even thought about having ads, because the whole point is that it's the competition of television. Mm-hmm. And so television has ads and you can't watch whatever you want. Well, here on Netflix, we have everything in the world, and you can pause it, you can stop it, and there's no ads.
Yeah. And in the beginning, if we can't stream it, we could send it to your house.
Yeah. Oh, right. Yeah, they were sending DVDs back then.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I really wonder when it became more than them. I wonder who did it. Like, I wonder who the second one was. Because I know that I feel like it's probably maybe Amazon Prime?
Hulu.
It was Hulu?
Because Hulu was free in 2007.
Oh, right. I do remember Hulu because Hulu was like around the time that Netflix was big. I would also use Hulu for these shows that weren't on Netflix. But that was when it was just those two. So it wasn't like you had to worry about everything else.
Exactly. And
yeah, I remember that. I think I wanted to watch New Girl. It was literally New Girl, and it got taken off of Netflix, but it was on Hulu. I think that's exactly what it was. And also, if I remember correctly, Hulu was the one that had all of Always Sunny, whereas Netflix only had like 3 seasons.
a couple seasons.
Yeah, which was weird because it's like it's Always Sunny. There's 2 or 3 seasons on Netflix, and then everything on Hulu.
Because Hulu has a contract with the networks.
Yep.
Netflix just has a contract with the TV shows.
And I don't probably not like that anymore.
It probably still is with Netflix because they don't like change the hands with that. They just get the shows. So if you're syndicated, Netflix can get their hands on you. Mm-hmm. It's almost like a local television channel getting one of your favorite shows, like them showing King of the Hill.
But I always thought Hulu was the same. It's not?
No, they are actually Fox.
And they're still like that. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Huh. So yeah, it was them. It was those two. And then it just got all sorts of fucked up. I mean, Disney Plus, I think, really did a fucking number on everything.
Yeah.
That really ruined it. I think once things started getting released on streaming services, that ruined it, and that you can trace that back to The Interview, which was James Franco and Seth Rogen. That was the first one because it couldn't be released in theaters, so they released it on streaming.
That was dope, though.
And it was dope, and it did good, but it was the beginning of the end because as soon as they figured out, that's something we can do, I mean, I feel like movie theaters are not... I mean, especially 2020 just fucking ruined it. Like, in terms of people going to the theater, I don't think it's ever bounced back. But it's still, like, I don't know. I don't think it's, like, held in high regard in that way. Like, in the 90s and the 2000s, movie theaters were cool. And and there was a competitive nature to movies, to where there were so many big movies coming out every year. You could look at a calendar and see it. And I don't even... it's just... Now it's streaming. Now it's like a smorgasbord of streaming movies that might be good, they might not, and the funding's way lower.
Yeah, the funding is way, way lower.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like what you said. Like, if somebody likes your thing from Netflix, they might pick you up, but they're not going to offer you, like, the $2 million for a feature film. They might... Yeah, they're going to be like $200K or something. And they might not give you nothing. They'll just be like, hey, we'll let you stream it.
The accessibility of technology has ruined the industry.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Because it's like, as long as you can afford XYZ type of equipment and XYZ type of people that can actually use it, like, you can make a blockbuster film and give it to Tubi.
Yep.
Which, I don't know, maybe not Tubi.
And people won't even think of it the same way just because it's on Tubi. It could be the same exact movie that was on anything else.
It goes viral. People start talking about it on the internet. That brings more views to you.
Yeah.
It'll get more subscriptions to whatever streaming service you're on. Shit.
I mean, with comedians, it's interesting with specials now, because specials used to be HBO and this big, like, it was a big, I mean, it was the thing. You have a special on HBO, you made it. Like, it's like that, and like talk shows, and then it was like maybe if you had a sitcom, and all these things used to be the thing. And then social media kind of changed all that, and then now it's like people just release specials. You can anybody can release a special on social media, for better or worse, right? Yeah. Like, I think it's actually a good thing for the most part, because what happens is you will see like one comic have a special that they could have put through a streaming service, but they put on YouTube, and it gets millions of views. Right. And I think that's overall great for comedy, because it tells everybody, like, it's more accessible now. But also, anybody can release a special, so you could go out tomorrow and call something a special if you wanted. We all
record yourself talking for an hour, call it a special.
Yeah. But that's not I don't think that counts, right? So it's like, I feel like the amount of time it takes to get to a special is different now. It used to take probably 10 years, 15 years of a career. Now I feel like a comic could start filming a special 3 to 5 years in their career, way earlier, just because of the way it, maybe even 1 year, just because they, I have a camera. We all have cameras. We all have YouTube. Yeah. Why wouldn't I put out a special? Yeah. But I think that it kind of, like, there's been, I feel like people, YouTube specials do get a bad rep sometimes. I do see this. You ever see Brendan Schaub's YouTube special?
I don't even watch stand-up.
Oh, you gotta see it, man. Right. It's like, I'm gonna. It's one of the best specials of all time.
Of all time.
Yes, Gringo Poppy. It's called Gringo Poppy, and I'm saying all this being very serious because if you go on, I think it's kind of the source of like a lot of the Reddit hatred on Brendan Schaub. It was already there, but when Gringo Poppy came out, all hell broke loose. I mean, you're probably not very familiar with the hate online for these comedians. Oh, it's awful, dude. It's like there's little circles of like festering people that just hate these people.
The haters are the best part.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it kind of means you did it, right?
Yeah, because, one thing I've noticed about like my stand-up compared to like others that have blown up, I have people that I'm cool with, and their posts to go viral, but most of the post is just people just hating them. Right. Pissed off, don't like the joke, don't like the person, talking about their outfit, talking shit.
And they don't realize that engagement is exactly what's fueling them. Yeah.
And it's not like these people feel this way for real. I think people just like talking shit on the internet. The anonymity of the internet is just has people saying stuff that they wouldn't say to your face. They probably don't even feel that way. They just want to be snarky on the internet.
Yeah, I agree. Like, it's like, and also you can test that a lot of the time because if you reply to the comments, most people don't double down. When you say, if you just like explain yourself or like just say anything at all, they're like, oh my God, da 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 da. Especially if you're like, the more and more popular you are, the more and more that's going to happen. Because I think people just want to have an opinion. They just want to be a part of something. And they don't think, when they're scrolling, they don't think of that as a human. Like, they don't, it's not like if I saw you in real life and we had a human interaction. It's different. Here, you can actually pull that.
Oh, cool. Perfect. Hey, but I'm being gentle with it and shit. Right.
Oh, dude, that thing's so nice. I'm jealous. Look at me with my primal fucking thing over here.
Hey,
I want another one, but it's like, where do I hook it? You know?
Right. You got to find.
Maybe right here. Maybe that's actually.
That does look like a solid spot.
I want one. I look at that and I get so jealous. But anyway, yeah, I feel like you can challenge those people. They rarely ever do they actually feel that way, because we all want to participate, right? And we all, if I'm scrolling, it's not like if I see you in person. So if I see you in person, we're hanging out. I would even argue that like 90% of the arguments that happen online wouldn't happen in real life. Right. I even think that there's like two personas that we have now. It's like this weird thing where it's like there's me and then there's like phone me and like the me that is me on Facebook or me on Instagram.
Social media, yeah.
Because that's not you in real life. You wouldn't act that same way.
Exactly.
But you think you would, but you wouldn't. And so that is like, and I just feel like it's so weird, and you have to remind yourself of that when you're looking at social media, because you'll see people argue, and you'll be like, oh my God, everybody hates everybody. But then you like look around in the real world, and rarely ever do you see people just fucking arguing about bullshit.
Stupid shit, exactly.
Yeah. But you see it all over the place if you look at your phone.
On the internet. Yeah. But also, the negative comments are the most consistent. When
what do you mean?
When people hate you, they keep hating you. When people love you, they love you one time. They show you the most love, and then they're like, all right, you go ahead and be great, because I know you're going to be doing great things.
That's a great point. I never thought about it that way. People, and that's kind of, I think, what this comedy hate thing is. I think that they live off of this. Like, they really just want, like, it's like, what it is there's YouTube channels, and they've gotten more and more popular over time, and they don't contribute anything to the comedy world per se. Like, they're not doing comedy, they're not putting comedians on, they're not being positive. Every single thing they're doing is like a comedy drama video where it's like, oh, this comedian did this week, and this comedian did this, and it's always negative. There's nothing positive they have to say ever. And also it's like, these people probably have never met a comedian or talked to a comedian or worked with a comedian or anything. And so they don't know anything about what it's like because they don't have any real world experience. They've only seen all this stuff through social media and through like these podcasts, and just they have no clue. And again, it's like they would never say this stuff to these people in person, but now there's this economy of this where not only are the people that make these videos, you know, doing it, there's a huge swath of people who watch these videos because they've got like, I want to say about like 150,000. There's one with 50,000. And again, they're not doing comedy. They're not doing anything like that. They just put together a couple clips and then just talk about how much of a loser these people are and how like they're just so judgmental. But it's like there's one person that doesn't do that. His name's Joke World, and he's gotten like super popular amongst comedians. He's got like, I think he's way bigger now than all these other people. And he did the same kind of thing where he'd talk about comedy drama, but he wouldn't like be an asshole about it like these people are. And now he's out here interviewing all these comedians all the time because that's the difference. Like if you're just going out, like just talking shit about everybody that you don't know, these people see this stuff. Like they do. But you think, oh, it's social media. Who cares? Like it's not a good long-term plan. You know? Yeah, it's not going to work out for you. It's like you're going to get all these weird people who also hate everything, and they're just all you just circle up in a group and hate everything. Because I don't understand it. I really like. I've never thought that way. So when I see all of this, it kind of confuses me.
But that's the internet, though.
Yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
So one thing I've learned about social media is that it tracks everything.
Okay.
It's connected to your camera. So it's looking at your eyes looking at the screen. So it's looking at it knows what you're looking at exactly. It tracks your scrolling. What do you stop on for the longest? What do you stare at? What are you liking? What did you freeze on but you didn't like it or anything? You just sat there for a second and watched the video a few times.
Right.
What do you get stuck on? Like when you play a video and then you sit your phone down and it plays 5 times over. You know, what is like it tracks your patterns and then it feeds you more of that. So if you're agreeing to a certain political stance, interacting with anything that has to do with anything will put it more into your algorithm.
Yeah, even if you don't like it, the fact that you watch it.
Yeah. And it's like it forces you to go into the bubble because now you're building community with the people that you are hate builds communities.
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Hate builds communities. People, like most great communities that came together were brought together and maintained through the hate of others.
Yeah.
The government, KKK, Nazis, just...
Well, it's just tribalism, right? I mean, that would just be tribalism at its core. It's like we're this group and fuck that group, and we're different than them.
Yeah.
It's just thinking you're different than them.
Yeah.
When fundamentally, for the most part, you're not. But it's easy to think that way, especially if you're, for some reason, in survival mode.
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, well. And I think that's what happens when you're hating on shit. You're just thinking, oh, well, that's not like me.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
Yeah.
I try to be as little of a hater as possible because I feel like when I hear people being a hater, it makes me think, oh, do I sound like that when I'm being...
Everybody is allowed a couple of hater moments. Don't let it fester.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You can feel the way you feel about a situation. You know, you might not get this opportunity, but they did. You might not do this, but that happened. And you can be like, damn, that should have been me. Oh, well, I'm going to try harder next time and I'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly. Don't fester in it. Yeah, you can feel it, but just don't fester in it because that happens to everybody. Like, if you're being honest, then there's always like a moment where, oh, like, how the fuck did he get that and I didn't? Or, oh, like, but I'm better than him.
Yeah.
Like, people will think this way. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you do have to just let it go. You can't like get revenge.
Exactly.
You can't go get revenge
being a hater for revenge and what? They didn't like take your girlfriend or anything. The opportunity was for anybody and they got it.
And I think what happens is like when you think that way, there's this weird it creates like this elephant in the room. Like you'll be hanging out with that guy and the vibes are just off now because he feels some type of way about you because he decided to.
Yeah.
And even like, you know that he feels some type of way, but you don't get why. So
sometimes you do know why, because the things they talk about, but it's like,
oh yeah, they'll hint at it.
Yeah, but I'm like, don't get weird, man. Like we
Yeah.
can talk about it. Like I could tell you how I went about it, because what people don't understand is you might be amazing at what you're doing, but you might not be what they're looking for.
Right.
You might be the damn near the number one choice that they have on this list for this thing, but you're not what they're looking for. It's because like there's a lot of comics, funny comics, have the crowd roaring all day, all night, but they can't do certain rooms because the room is not looking for that comedy.
Yeah.
The booker could be your biggest fan. The booker could always like your shit. The booker could always, say your name in the rooms that you're not in. But if that space isn't built for your type of comedy, you just you either have to pivot or take that L.
Yeah, right. And if you, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because like there's always other opportunities and there's no reason to even get hung up on the one. Like there's another room that would even be better for you anyway. Like
Right.
they're protecting you from that by
Exactly.
not having you there. Yeah. And I think people just take stuff personally. I think people, and there's nothing wrong with doing that because I think that to a point that's good.
Some things are personal.
Yeah,
You know,
but
like-
if you take everything personal, it's like you're going to think so-and-so did this because of you, and oh, well, they didn't give me this spot because they fucking hate me, and they don't like me anymore, they don't think I'm funny anymore. And it's like exactly what you said. Like, it's more like a playlist. It's more like, oh, who fits this playlist? Like, if I'm producing a show, literally what I'm thinking is, what would be the best thing I would want to see on for this show? What would I imagine on the fucking poster? And then trying to recreate that as well as possible. And hopefully it comes out to be something good. Like it's a bunch of great people who do great things because that's the type of thing I curate. And like, I feel like if you go around thinking, oh, well, he didn't book me, but we've hung out like 20 times. It's like, dude.
Right. Are you hanging out to get booked or are you hanging out to just hang out? Like,
What the fuck is that?
Did you ask them? I'm very big on asking once a day. Whenever I'm in a room with somebody I know that runs a room, I'll ask them in their face, because online they can ignore you, and you really feel a type of way when they ignore you online, because like we know each other. We done got drunk together. We done fucked the same bitches. We done did drugs and shit together. My boy, you know I'm funny. You not gonna have me on your show? What is it? What's going on, dog?
Yeah.
Like, in person, like over a message, like being ignored on a message, because I've been known to like look at somebody's message and then like I'll get back to that and not get back to it. Now it's left on red. Now people are upset, and when they see me in person, like I don't be thinking about it, but then when they see me in person, they bring it up, and I'm like, you know what? I be on my phone all day, and like I got ADD. I be looking through shit, scrolling through shit. I don't like notifications, so yeah, I did see that. I do remember seeing that, and you can see the draft of me typing something back, way back, like 12 minutes after you had wrote it, and then I know it's 6 months later, but like now we in person, we can have this conversation.
I would be like, just talk to my 30 other people who went through the same thing.
Man,
it's not
they
just
be like,
you.
One dude, I remember one dude. I met him. I finally got to see his set, because you don't know anybody until you see their set.
Yeah.
Is how I feel. Because like people can be super nice. People can throw their resume in your face. People can, they do all that and tell you that they're good for your show. But once they get on your show is the time you know.
Now, when you say see their set, do you mean like if you're watching a clip, or do you mean like seeing them at a show?
At a show, but also clip selection is important. If you send a clip out, please let it be a good clip.
Yeah.
If I understand some crowds is trash, but if you told them jokes right and you send that clip, then it might work. Because as a comic and also sometimes a booker, like I'll look at it and be like, I see what he was trying to go there. That crowd is trash. He deserved more.
Right.
But then like sometimes people just be sending shit. They're like, yeah, I got a recording of me doing stand up, and you see it and you like, I hate the quality. I hate the sound. I hate the jokes that are being told. The crowd hates it too, and I hate that for them. It's just all bad.
Because they'll just send anything.
Yeah.
There's no, and to me, what that conveys is a lack of self-awareness, which is very telling, right? Like, if you're going to send a bad clip off rip, what does that say about you?
Yeah.
Can't be good. Can't be good. And it's probably just inexperience. Like, a lot of that, hopefully, is just an experience. Because if you're like 10 years in and you're doing that, you might want to stop now.
Exactly. You really don't give a fuck, especially 10 years. Like, I'd say your first 3 to 4 years, that's what's going on. A lot of older comics that have figured out like the way in and the official way, and I don't need no social media. I could just show up to your city and do a 2-hour set. Like, those comics that figured that out are seeing like younger comics that are like 3-4 years in doing that formula, but with high quality clips, new jokes all the time. Like, they damn near robots in this bitch. So they're coming out with like 2 hours worth of jokes, some good, some bad. They already have a stage persona. They've already got real stories. They already have, and they have youth.
Yeah.
So they're churning out your 10 years worth of your 90s, from 95 to 2000 in 3 years.
Yeah.
Every show you done fought to get on, every TV appearance, you was on TV 5 times before you got your first contract. This kid got his first contract. He about to be in a fucking Matt Damon movie.
Is that good or bad though?
It's good for the now and the people that are like coming up, the new now, but the old people, I don't know.
Right.
I think they getting phased out, like, you know.
Shout out Unc.
Yeah. But I do think live comedy is here to stay.
Oh, yeah. Someone just told me the boom is over. It's on its way out. And I don't know how to feel about that. Is that right or wrong? He said Austin's over. The comedy boom is over. Stand-up people aren't going out to shows like they used to be going out to shows. And I wasn't sure if he was right or wrong, because I think he's wrong. I think that people are still into comedy. I think it just comes in waves.
Yeah.
And maybe there's just a little wave, like a little dip, and now we're going back up again.
So I think they found their favorites. Like, the boom was like, damn, anybody could get it busting in comedy. You know, Austin was, I've never been to Austin, but I hear horrible things from
horror stories.
I hear horror stories from people that are Austin funny.
I've heard different kinds of horror stories. So what I would think of is, I've heard like just the security in a lot of Austin clubs, like especially the Mothership. It's just kind of like for comics, like you'll hear comics tell these stories where like they just felt like it was a weird vibe in the club itself. Like, it's just kind of a weird vibe. Like, you got fucking like CIA security standing around, and they're like questioning you every 5 minutes if you stand in a corner, like, type of thing. Whereas you're not going to see that at any other club. So I've heard that, but I've also heard whatever you're going to say. What's your horror story?
Well, I don't have too many horror stories because the Chicago clubs are pretty cool.
Well, you said Austin. You said you've heard stories.
Austin. Yeah, I've heard. Like, they just don't like the shittiness of the comics.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah,
but I mean, like, I think what it is it's more about. It's like, if you have this thing happening in culture where there's this narrative that you can't say things and we can't say things, and comedy is all about saying things. And so then what Austin does is it takes that and says, well, we can say anything. And then what happens now is you get a bunch of mediocre people who don't really know how to take that premise and do something thoughtful.
Right.
So they just say anything.
Exactly.
And it's very lazy, and it's not thoughtful, and it's just people saying offensive shit to say offensive shit.
Yeah.
And it could be better. And so I think that's the gist of it.
Yeah,
is that.
I went to Vegas for a World Series of Comedy. It was a comedy festival. I should have brought cards, but it was a pretty cool spot. I got to meet like a lot of people and whatnot, and I got to sneak over to Skankfest.
Yeah.
The Legion of the Skanks. I got to see some shit. I was like, all right, these motherfuckers is funny.
Oh yeah, Skankfest is an interesting place.
Yeah, but I only like watching stand up from behind. the stage. I do not like sitting in the crowd. I'm a terrible audience member.
Why? Because you just don't laugh?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm studying it like I'm actually like listening to your jokes and shit. I'm not being entertained.
Yeah.
And also, like, when you do stand up, why would I sit down and watch stand up? Like when I was in Skankfest, I had snuck in with the staff, so I was like backstage with the sound guys and stuff like that, like watching it from the side and shit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Who do you remember who you watched or no?
I know Pauly Shore was one of them.
How long was his set?
His set was actually pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pauly Shore's a funny guy.
Yeah. I don't know. People say he's racist and stuff like that. None of his jokes were racist. They were kind of regular.
Yeah.
It like, I think sometimes people do stuff like they judge they shit up.
Yeah,
and like add to it in certain spaces so they can get their so people can hear them and talk about them for relevancy. But like in spaces where they're comfortable, where they just be at, they just do their stuff.
Right. Yep.
But like, yeah, he did all right. It was the other guy, the one that kind of talks like a robot when he tells his jokes.
Mark Norman.
There we go.
Yeah.
Mark Norman was there.
Not a bad Mark Norman impression.
I fucked with his set. It was great.
Yeah, I think Mark Norman actually, he's another person that I see more and more people hating on him. I don't quite get it. I just think he's funny. I don't understand where it comes from. Like people, they get upset with like his structure. They don't like the way that he does the thing. They don't like the way, like it's almost like Seinfeld-ish.
Yeah.
And I think that they don't like that. I think that's like they just find that whole format of comedy. But it's interesting to see like Norman in particular. I think he's like talked about it now, or he's gotten shout outs and texts from Seinfeld by now, which just must be like such a trip because you can see the Seinfeld in him. So I can only imagine being a comic. And like, do you have a Chappelle? I guess it's Chappelle for you. If you had like Chappelle texting you, that'd probably be the same. You'd be like, what the fuck is this?
Only time I want people texting me is if they want to book me. That's really when it comes to like
really like nothing else.
Cause like
I'm a bad texter as well, so what you're saying resonates
fine,
with me.
But it doesn't make me no money. I'm struggling right now. Y'all,
when people get upset, like you said earlier, people will think. I hate this idea that if you don't respond, that's a response. That is the worst thing I've ever heard of.
So I see. That's why I always just do a thumbs up.
You're smart.
No,
That's good. That's good.
But
then they might think like, oh, so he's not even gonna say anything. He's just.
What am I supposed to?
That's like a
then.
K. That's like if I text you back K after you send me 3 paragraphs, I say K.
That depends on the 3 paragraphs, but just the congratulations, it's all contextual. It's like, it's like, hey man, I see you. That's like family. Family will get up there and they be like, man, I see you, cuzzo, I see you, nephew, man. Keep doing your thing. You gonna blow up soon, man. Do your thing. Hell yeah. I'd hit him with a thumbs up.
Yeah.
You know?
See, that's good though, because like if you don't respond at all, that's bad. And like for me, what I hate about texting is I just think I'll sit there and I'll spend time doing it, and I just spent 10 minutes typing a text. Like I don't even want to. Makes me never want to do it again.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I never knew how to respond to a text. Usually, that's how like people think I ghost them because like I'll be like.
Texting is not as easy as people make it out to be. I've never understood this whole idea that you should like. How do people text? Like, how do I? If I had 30 relationships, how would I text all those people all the time? Like, so that's why when you say you don't text people at all unless it's for a show, I really like that. I really like something I can respect.
Text my family.
I do send people memes on Instagram. Yeah. I do that.
What's fucked up is I try to text my family. They don't respond through text messages. They only talk. They only do phone calls. So
that's now that could be good, but I don't know because family, like people can keep you on the phone.
Phone calls. Well, my family's pretty quick about it, and you can end the call pretty fast. But like, yeah, my grandma, she'll go forever.
Yeah.
I'll have to put the phone down, go do something important, come back, check on it once in a while. But yeah, that's.
Yeah, you really saw her on OnlyFans, yeah?
Funny as hell. You saw that song. No, thank God both of my grandmas are pretty damn ugly and old. You know.
Well, what isn't that with? 2 dads. Oh yeah, grandparents would be 2. I was thinking great grandparents would be 4. I'm just about to mix it up, but so yeah, 2 grandparents and both of them are ugly.
Yeah,
it's a great song. Did the song come about through that clip, or was it something else? It seems like it already existed, right?
So we had the beat, and Jarrell was like, he was just suggesting. That was the person who was on there with me. He was like, Jarrell Scott Barnes, very funny comedian in Chicago. Go see him at Lincoln Lodge. But he was like, just think of a song, man, because he gave me the beat, and he was like, just think of a song, just any song you want or whatever. But like talk about something crazy, like you saw your granny on OnlyFans or something like that. And I was like, that's a great idea. So I didn't write anything. I'm terrible at writing, especially when it comes to music.
Okay.
Like I have a couple of songs and they were just freestyles. I have to drop those. I need money. But but like, so I just got up on stage when the music came. I already had the idea of what I wanted in my head. And then I just went with the chorus.
And it just all came from there and just comes out of you.
It's only one verse. I wouldn't know what to put for my second verse. I always stayed away from music because I suck at it.
You've had to perform this song in like afterwards, right? So when you perform it later, do you have to recreate that moment? You're like Lil Wayne trying to remember his lyrics because he freestyles everything.
And well, because it was so short and just and the pace of it was so slow, I didn't have to say too many words. The one verse was the one verse, and then it was just ad libs, and then it was like I saw my granny on OnlyFans.
It's such a solid premise. It really doesn't even take much, too.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the melody is incredible for someone who's not a musician. I saw my grandma on OnlyFans. That's good.
Yeah.
Was that what the jingle was in your head? You just kept hearing that?
So I did do music a little bit. I was in all city chorus in high school.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what it is.
So I do sing a little bit. Karaoke, I love karaoke, but I'm not like a musician. I can't read music.
But you'll if someone puts a microphone in front of you, you can do it, but you can't read music or write music or do any of that.
Right.
Huh. Because why not? What's the difference?
First off, the writing process, because it'd be like I'll think about something, but I can't write it down fast enough for it to stick. And I think the saying it in the microphone solidifies it.
Yeah.
And then you layer the voices. I can do the layers. Well, I can't do it myself, but
I mean dubs?
Yeah.
Okay. So because there's ad libs and there's dubs, and dubs would be layers. Yeah. When I have a line and I'm doubling up the line, right?
Yeah.
That's what you mean.
No, I can do ad libs, and I can do the dubs.
Okay.
So when I get to doing that process, I can stack everything and create it. I'll have you listen to my song after this.
Oh yeah, I'd love to hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, so I'm not discounting that process at all. Like I said, Lil Wayne. That's how he's written everything. And I think Ab Soul freestyles everything. I think what's interesting about it is just that people are different in their process at all. Really, what I do is I'm a rapper, and so I have to write everything out meticulously. Every word has to fit perfectly. And I can freestyle, but it's not quite the same as if I were to write something, because you can't. So there's a whole rap I did where it's about smoking weed. It's the whole idea is that it's supposed to be a weed themed rap where I have a bunch of weed like words and I string them throughout the thing. So, try and hold me down, you'll see I'm a pressure cooker, cause life is an ugly truth and Ruse is a better looker. Striking the kingpin and bowling like holy smokes, I'm blunt, my swisher sweets is fire, my soul is dope. Buds stick together and now I'ma break it down. I'm doing it for the gram, 16s that make a pound. Every joint an ounce, I tell ya, I roll it dense. The smoke is so futuristic, I rap in the past tense. And next I might just hand it to y'all, lyrical, tetrahydrocannabinol. Don't bogart it, make sure that you pass the aux. Fire is made to spread straight. Oh, wow, I must have changed it last second. Because that last part confused the fuck out of me. But anyway, I couldn't rap it that way unless I wrote it that way, if that makes any sense. I don't think I could have ever freestyled that. But that's the point, is that it's supposed to be so precise. I really do like the line, and next I might just hand it to y'all, lyrical tetrahydrocannabinol. For those that don't know, that's that's an 8-syllable rhyme, folks. All right, who's out here doing 8-syllable rhymes? Nobody. It's ridiculous. But that's the point to me, is I'm trying to make it so schematic that it's undeniably good. Whereas a freestyle is different. It's just fundamentally different than that. Because if you're freestyling, you're kind of just throwing shit at the wall and figuring it out as you go. And if you're really good at, like, I've seen people who are so good at freestyling, like, it blows my mind. You would never know they're freestyling unless they told you.
Right.
Some people with melodies in particular, like, they can just bust out this random ass melody. Somebody who's, especially comedic freestyles, who always blew me away. I want to say Marlon Wayans. Is that his name? I don't want to get it wrong. He was on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Marlon Brady?
Wayne
Brady. How the fuck did I get that so wrong?
You said Marlon Wayans.
Marlon Wayans, dude.
For Wayne Brady.
I'm doing my very best here. Wayne Brady. He was always so, because I think that's probably the first musical, like, improv that I ever really saw, like, freestyle music outside of, like, freestyle rap. It was that, because I'd like someone taking a concept that someone gives to them and then making a freestyle out of it, where that's even kind of harder than just a regular freestyle. Like, if I ask an audience, give me 5 words, and then you turn that whole thing into a rap, and then it's undeniable because the audience know they're all participating and it's all a thing. So I think that's very, it's a difficult thing to do. So I'm always confused by it.
Man, I think freestyle rap, I don't know, it's a different genre of
You'd say different
rap.
genre?
Yeah, it's a different genre of rap that a lot of people don't really fuck with. You know, we used to have Freestyle Fridays. We used to have all this stuff that celebrates freestyling.
Well, people call things freestyles that aren't even freestyles now. Like, they'll say it's like, you'll title a rap like the da-da-da freestyle, and it's really a written, you know.
With no chorus.
Yeah, exactly. It'll be just one straight verse, and that's why it's a freestyle. Or like if you go on a radio station and you do a freestyle,
and a lot of that is like your a song that you already got, just put on this beat.
Yeah, and then when you see a real freestyle, it's legitimately impressive. Like, I want to say Lil Dicky did a pretty good freestyle on one of those mornings. It was like,
oh yeah, Lil Dicky he go crazy, but I know he recycled a bar.
Well, recycling bars is different than recycling a whole verse, though. Because if you just, like, that's, to me, it's actually kind of impressive if you can find a way to interpolate different, like, lyrics of yours throughout a freestyle. Like, if you can actually do it smoothly, that's kind of impressive. Whereas if you're just doing a verse from another song, it's like,
who else recycles bars? I know Kendrick recycled a couple of those.
Oh yeah, but Kendrick does have some good legit freestyles out there.
Yeah,
like it's they're kind of rare now. It's like back in the day. I mean,
well,
rare meaning old, I suppose.
Back when, like, you know, when you had to rap to survive. Yeah. You rapping every day, all day. A nigga put a camera in your face, you rapping.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just like found some like clip of him like 18 years old, 19 years old freestyling, which is crazy.
Yeah. So it's like
it's a trip.
Yeah, he was rapping his ass off. Dudes that rap their ass off all day, every day, once they get the money for rapping, they start slowing down their rapping.
Most of them.
Eminem slowed it down.
Slowing down,
as in, like, before we used to get an Eminem mixtape, an Eminem freestyle on a radio station, and an Eminem album.
Yeah.
Within 6 months, by the summer.
Right.
You know, and then he's rapping the next, like, there's so many underground Eminem album mixtapes, raps, unheard songs, unreleased, you digs.
Yeah. Just because he stopped releasing so often.
Yeah, and now he's old. It's like one album every 2 years.
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to stay that consistent though. Like it's like for that like period where you're pushing and because really you're pushing so that you can make money, so you don't have to do it anymore. Like at that extent, like really. Unless you're really in it for the love of the game, odds are that's like, because, dude, like imagine having a ton of, that's like Elon Musk syndrome where you own everything, you have 5 different companies, but it's not enough. It's not enough. Yeah, you don't want that. You just accept it. When you look around, you see you have the mansion, just be like, you know what? I'm going to drop a tape 2 years from now rather than 3 months.
That's why I like being a comedian, because being a rapper, you have to start young and end young, or pivot to family friendly.
Comedy is so different in that. Yeah, the age.
Comedy, you can start at 50. You can start at 45. Your life experience is your jokes. As long as you know your joke structure and you can talk your shit, you could do it. Rap, Let a motherfucker start rapping at 35. Get the
Yeah. I mean, I saw a great video. I'm gonna not remember his name, but his whole Rick Beto. You saw how bad I am remembering names, so I'm risking it right now. He made a video about his theory where he thinks that it's the ages 25 to 30 when artists have their like boom, and then after that there's just kind of a general fall off creatively and commercially and everything, and it's just a trend you see with every single major artist. Like, name one and it's probably gonna fit. It's just over and over and over again. I mean, but the classic example is like the Beatles, or maybe what is the other one? I was gonna say again Paramore, but not Paramore. It starts with a P. It's Nirvana. Wow, what is wrong with me?
I think especially like when you're in a group, of course. Yeah. Because now it's like if you're in a group, not everybody's gonna make it. Yeah. Like NSYNC.
Right, yeah.
You know, they had to pick who was going to be number one. It was between JC and Justin. Of course, they chose Justin. Mm-hmm. JC went off.
You guys ever see Cheetah Girls, by the way? You ever see that movie? Yeah. It's a tough fight. It's a tough fight to the top.
Hell yeah. You know, and it's like they already decide who they want to be the lead. Mm-hmm. So now the other people just got to stay there as their job, as the background for real. Fucking, what? Destiny's Child?
Yeah, I mean, in any band, I think that's the thing. Because, like, in any band, I think what you'll see is, like, the vocalist is just psychologically, you have to accept this. This vocalist is the one the audience is going to look at.
He's the quarterback of the team.
Yes, but you'll have band members who think they're the quarterback for some reason.
The drummer, the fucking lead guitarist.
They just are convinced. And they don't get it. Like, they can't accept it. Like, it's a rule of life. The vocalist is the one that the audience, because they're hearing the words. So they're looking at the vocalist.
Exactly.
But just any band, you can observe that. That's a fun one.
Don't let them also have a guitar.
Yeah. Oh, man. Then they're fucking unstoppable. Yeah. I've thought about learning guitar just to be able to whip that thing out and do that. But I don't know. I don't know about that. It's a whole learning process. I don't like the way strings feel on my fingers. I've always been more of a keyboard kind of guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's like, it feels good on my hands. I feel like, also, I don't know if this was related or not, but I can't do the Star Trek thing. I can't, you make it look so easy. For some reason, if I group my fingers together like this, I can do it, but they come apart, and I physically can't do it.
Both hands, baby.
Yeah. What the hell? So I think that's why I can't play guitar. I'm not joking. Because if I try to like do a chord, my hands get all fucked up.
Yeah, it is. That's why I can't really get into it. Because it's like there's certain places you got to put your hand to make it work. And I'm like, I don't.
Maybe I'm making excuses, though, because people have played guitars with their feet. You know, people do crazy shit.
You might try with your feet.
Maybe you're right.
But you gotta build calluses and
I'm already running. I already got calloused up.
Oh, then your feet is fine for guitar.
Yeah. Just work. Actually, the calluses become a positive now.
Yeah.
I was trying to think of how to get rid of them. Now I just keep them. Literally, I was like, someone at my work told me foot mask. She just told me about this.
Oh yeah, foot mask.
She made it sound. You know about this?
Yeah.
So it works. Because, like, she was saying, like, and the thing is, I remember when I was younger, my mom used to have one of those little foot egg
scrubbers.
Yeah, but it just looked like it looks like a cheese grater.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it's getting the foot cheese off.
Yeah, what the fuck?
All that crust.
Even when I was 5 years old, it confused me, and it still confuses me now.
Hey, get one of those.
Grate your skin? That's what you do?
Yeah, you got to get all that dead skin off because it'll settle. It gets... If you soak your feet, get you a foot soaker or get you. Yeah.
I do Epsom salt foot baths with the you plug the electricity in there and all that.
Yes.
Yeah, I do that.
Use that and then scrub it.
Okay.
And then once you get that thing on the more harder parts of your foot, you'll lose an inch low key.
What?
Damn near. And then you'll feel it when you walk around.
No way.
Yeah.
I've never done it before ever.
So
that means I have to do it.
That
means it's all like
you got
sitting in there waiting.
You probably got a lot. It's sitting there and it's affecting like the way you arch your foot and shit.
Dude, I run all the time.
Yeah, so your feet are calloused.
I might run better. Or maybe it would be worse.
You got to get used to it. Because like once you lose like as much that's been building up, your feet are gonna feel different because now it's soft where it used to be like super hard. So now you gotta adjust to that.
Yeah, it's gonna be supple. When I did like 1 or 2 days of construction work with my friend, he would always do construction, and like all of them had like alligator hands, and it was because you do construction and your hands develop layers.
Yeah.
And you actually want that because it makes it better when you're handling wood and stuff, and now you don't feel it. Your hands are numb now. You don't feel anything
basically
anymore.
like bricks. Like shaking hands with dudes that do house like home improvement.
Yeah, their hands are all thick and fat and swollen.
And they're like shaking your hand all extra hard. I'm like, whatever.
Because they're trying to feel. They literally can't feel it. Yeah, and you know, that's kind of why I'm happy I have soft hands. I think I want to keep that, because when that day happened, I remember thinking, like, I don't want to lose my soft little hands.
My soft little hands.
I want to lose this.
Oh, that's why society is falling apart. Men are afraid to lose the suppleness.
I'm not even lathered up right now, and my hands are soft.
My hands are a little hard.
Yeah, and like, I feel like soft hands says something about a person, like, and I don't want to lose that. If somebody has rough hands, that means they're like going through rough shit, and I want to hold on to my childhood for as long as possible. Kids have soft hands. Babies have soft hands.
They do.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's my youth.
Gotta hang on to it somehow, you know.
We all do, dude. We all do. I mean, what shows do you produce? I don't even know.
So I co-produced this show called Comedians You Should Know. Not Comedians.
Oh,
Oops, not that one. No, not
not
that
the one.
No, mine's is Ask a Comedian.
Okay.
With Kyrie the Comic.
Ask a Comedian.
Yes.
And where is that at?
It is at Lincoln Lodge. The next one is at I think it's on the 10th of December.
It's monthly?
Yeah.
Okay. And Ask a Comedian, like the comedian goes up and everybody asks questions? It's like a Q&A?
Mm-hmm. Almost. So it starts off, they do their set. You know, you get to know them a little bit. You hear the shit that they talking. And then after that, you get to ask them a question.
Okay.
So, you know, and it's anonymous. You know, you use the QR code. You scan the QR code, ask the question, and he'll pick which one. The shows get wild.
Right.
They get a little raunchy. People be saying a lot of crazy shit because it's anonymous. But
well, that's a nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a fun show overall. Always a great time. I want to get back into producing more shows, but it's so stressful.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's for people who've never produced a show, it's nothing like performing at a show. Like, performing at a show is fun.
Yeah.
Performing at a show, it can be a little stressful, but it's like, oh, well, I just lose myself in this, and then when I perform, just do my best, and then we're done. Whereas if you're producing a show, the whole thing, it's like everybody's looking at you, waiting for you to do things, and you have to know what to do, and if somebody fucks up, now it's up to you to fix it.
Exactly.
And if a comic didn't show up, then now you have to fill in 15 minutes somehow.
I prefer a comic not show up than to bomb. Hey.
You'd rather they didn't show up at all.
Yeah, just don't come through. If you know you're gonna bomb, don't show up. Or sometimes, I'll pay a deposit to a comic that I know is like funny.
Yeah.
Or has like a name to him. I'll pay a deposit. If you can't make it to the show, you just keep your deposit. That's fine. But I don't like when people come and bomb because you still gotta pay them.
Right. Yeah.
So even if you fuck my show up, but then it's and then lining curation is important. People like to book their friends. People like to, I like booking my friends too, but also I make sure all my friends are funny.
Right. Well, that's like why I said before, like if I'm looking at a show, I'm trying to make the best show. I'm trying to think, what would I want to see if I was a consumer, like somebody who's going out to a show? What makes the most sense? And that even goes with, as you were saying, like it's like a playlist. It's like this person goes with this person and this person. You have to think in this way. And so like I just this whole idea like that you should book a certain person is just wrong fundamentally.
Exactly.
Like you don't owe anybody anything, no matter how many times they did anything for you, because it's not their show. It's a whole different thing, But people will take things personally, like as we said before.
Yeah. So. And it's hard and easy to take things personal, because I take things personal sometimes. Like I'll be cool with people. I done booked them on my shows. We have a great time. Like we talked about this. Like we done kicked it and shit, kicked the bobos, talked it. Like, if I stand in the back of the comedy show with you and we're talking shit about people's sets, I feel like you feel comfortable booking me. That's just how I feel about that.
Yeah.
But
like if we are cool with each other and you see that I'm cool, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's like, I'm not like asking the headline or some shit. And also, it's not like it's a $1 million spot. It's not like we're getting paid $1,000. It's not like it's gonna make and break anything. You know, I'm not gonna come to your show and bomb. I might say a joke that might make the crowd uncomfortable a little bit, but I'll bring it back.
Right.
But yeah, producing a show, you gotta get the vibes right. You gotta promote, because the comics might not promote. No matter on what level. Like, if they're a big comic, they most definitely won't promote because it's not a part of the fee. And if they're a smaller comic, sometimes they be thinking like, oh, it's the producer's job. It's the producer's job. And I'm like, aren't you happy to be booked?
Right.
You know you weren't booked before.
And don't you want people to show
Right. Don't you want people to come see you?
Don't you want them to know that you have a show?
You think you so good that you gonna come in, do your set, and take my fans.
I just think it doesn't even make sense. Like, I think it's the problem. Everybody's their own manager now. Like, if you had a manager, they would never ever tell you, like, oh, don't promote that. They would never say that. Who would ever say, hey, let's throw a show and have everybody be a part of it, and then nobody let anybody know that we're doing it?
That's crazy,
that's
actually.
the dumbest thing you could possibly do.
Man.
I mean, but you know, that's why it actually surprises me when there's these pop-up shows that do so well, because they are kind of promoting last minute. Like, they'll say they're going to do a show, but they don't tell you where it's at. So when they do tell you last minute, it is interesting that they still do well. Like, but you have to establish that. You have to get there.
Yeah, you got to establish a following. That is one thing comics are bad at. I know I'm bad at it. I am a terrible promoter.
It's hard. It's easier said than done, for sure.
Yeah.
Because especially nowadays when everything is fucking reels and TikToks and shorts and all this, and like, really a lot of promotion is creating short form content surrounding your thing, and like finding a way to sucker people into learning about it. Yeah. And that's so different than throwing up posters like it used to be. And
yeah, because people aren't really outside looking at posters like, ooh, I should come here.
Yeah. Now, posters are good though. I actually think I like when I see producers still doing that, because I do think it works probably more than you realize. And it's good for even just awareness, you know, just having it out there, just having people's names out there. But yeah, it's not as effective as like a social media post. It's just not. Yeah. The reach is different. Like, I thought about that 10 years ago even. I remember thinking, who's paying for billboards like right now in 2016, 2020, 2015? Who's going to buy a billboard when I can just advertise on Facebook? It didn't even make sense to me then. Maybe a billboard, maybe. But like, you know, posters and just little things around, it'll spread this awareness, but not in the way that you could sustain with something else.
Hey,
you know?
People are still buying newspaper ads.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Or even like television advertising, I would argue, is so much less effective than social media advertising.
Ooh, that depends, because it's so weird, because I know there are people that still watch TV.
Yeah, and it's on. It's just there. Yeah, that's true.
So it's like even that passive,
But TV watching is far less popular now that people can just scroll
through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
So that is a good question. I actually do wonder which one is the bigger one. But I would say that, like, yeah, advertising and being your own manager and promoting, it becomes its own animal. And I think it's kind of like, it's kind of why you see, like, it's a tough thing, because I don't think someone's a worse artist if they don't know how to promote. Like, I don't think someone is worse, but I do think that their chances of success are so much lower if they don't know how to promote. So like, you'll see people who are talented and they're good, and you can like see this potential in them, but they have no clue how to promote themselves. Yeah. And I've learned I can only feel so bad because I can't really help. Like, they just have to figure it out. And like, I've tried, you can try to put people on, you can try to help them, you can try to do all this, but you shouldn't do that, because they have to figure it out themselves, because you have to figure it out. Like, we are in the day and age where you have to do it. And if you're lucky, like, I also think if it was the past, like say it's 20 years ago, maybe it would be different. But I think now, if you want to get popular, you kind of do have to do all this stuff because it's not like it was. It's not like I think the people who get popular now on social media quickly are either super lucky, like flash in the pan, or they already have an established fan base somehow or an established following somehow. And it is more organic than you realize. Like there's people following them that all transfer to this. That's why a famous person could start a podcast and it does great.
Yeah.
So
that's what I'm learning about actually every form of entertainment that you could want to get into. That's like busting right now.
Yeah.
Like if you want to get into streaming, you have to be popular on something else.
Exactly.
If you want to get popular with stand-up, you have to be popular with something else.
And so it feels like you have to just grind. You have to just post and get people to fucking know who you are to begin with. And you just and that is what it is. It's not that. That is exactly what you have to do. And that's why it kind of sucks because I see so many. I mean, as a comedian, when you see comedians, that's what you'll see a lot of the time is people who don't know how to communicate like their personality and their stage persona through social media. And so they just fucking don't. They just don't. And then, but they're funny and they're great, but they just don't have that same. And really what they need is like someone else to do it all for them. But that's costs money.
It does cost. Yeah.
So.
Or a certain thing. Yeah. And it's like the more you learn how to do it yourself, the less you have to pay somebody else to do it.
Yeah. But also like it goes twofold, right? Because if you know how to do it yourself, when you pay somebody to do it, you can give them the right insights, and then you can like see the correct flaws. You can understand like the fact that I can edit videos helps so much if I have someone editing clips for me, because I know exactly what's happening for the most part, unless they're doing some crazy shit, right?
Right.
So
you have like the basics. You can kind of be like, this is what I want it to look like, and this is what I need from it.
Yeah, and you could apply that to music too, right? Like if I know how to mix music now, because I always say learn how to mix and record your own music. Like you should do that ASAP if you want to make music, because even if you don't do that later, you're in a studio and now you know all of that, so you can apply that to, oh, this sounds wrong, or oh, this, like my voice doesn't work the way I thought it was gonna, or you know why this mic sounds good with your voice because you've done all that before. Right. So it makes such a difference. Yeah. But why did I make that point again? I lose my train of thought.
I'm high as hell.
Yeah, dude, fuck. But
yeah, it's just how to figure out your way into the industry, especially through like stand up, because you do have to build certain skills. You have to build a lot of skills to get this one thing done. It's not about being funny all the time. You can be the funniest motherfucker in the world, and
that's reality. Yeah, that's reality. You want to think it's just about the art, but it's not. It never was, and it never will be.
Man, and that's unfortunate,
because the art must be seen. And how does the art get seen? Through selling and promotion and all of this bullshit that, you know, like, again, if you have money, it's different. If you have like a team behind you, it's so different than if you're the person who has to figure this out
and do everything.
And I think that's really the shift that we've seen, is like everybody's their own person now, like everybody, and you're just kind of expected to be. And the way that people book now is they'll go off social media followings.
Yeah, because it's like,
and I mean, we're all accustomed to that. I can't even say that I don't do that, or I don't look at someone's follower account and go and like think, oh, well, they have this, so they would be like, you just learn to do it because. And so say somebody wants to be on your comedy show and they only have 50 followers, you automatically
50.
think exactly.
See, I'm on the
exactly. You're immediately gonna think, what the fuck?
I'm on the lower scale, but I at least have 4,000 followers.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm saying. And so it's the way, and so then as a comic now, you have to think, well, how the fuck do I get to 4,000? Because you're starting at nothing.
Yeah,
you know, like I post all the fucking time. I still don't know how to get to 3. I've been working on it, dude.
So I don't know. I got a boost because I got to a point where I was just sharing stand-up clips every day.
Yeah,
like I think in the morning. So I think around noon. They say do 3 posts a day.
3 a day.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Okay.
Right. 3 clips.
Were you reposting things too, or no?
I didn't have the repost yet, and then I don't do the whole thing.
No,
like
but I mean like posting the same video.
No.
Okay.
So like it was a different video every time. Okay. I edited that day, posted that day, because CapCut is pretty simple, and then I'll post it, and it was like maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks straight, and I got like 1,000 followers off of just doing that
clips.
consistently. And then I
Yeah.
lost the consistency because I ran out of shit to post. And then I'm just stuck in 4,000 right now.
Yeah, I mean, but it is consistency more than anything. I mean,
Yeah.
like, one thing I've learned with this is it's a bitch because I used to edit the clips for the podcast and it would be so fucking time consuming. It just takes forever. Like, you're already doing the podcast, you're already doing all this, I'm already mixing it, I'm already mastering it, I'm already doing the video, but now I have to edit the clips too. And I also thumbnail, it's everything. It's not like you have a producer doing this stuff. And so once, I think like one person messaged me and then another person messaged me. This happened twice, where it's like they would send me a clip of mine that I posted from the podcast, and they have like a similar pitch. It almost sounds like AI. It's like, oh, this video is good, but it could be better. We could add this, this, and this, da 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 da. But then they offer a free video. So I'm like, oh yeah, do a free video. And both times the free video was good. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, if it's not a bad free video, then yeah, sure, maybe I'll pay you for this. And thank God, because it's consistency. Like, people aren't going to watch the podcast, but they'll watch the clips. And so if I just have a shit ton of clips I can post all the time, and I can rely on that, I know they're going to be there. It's always going to exist. I don't have to edit them. They're just going to be there. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
That is, like, that's because people learn about a podcast through that. People learn about your comedy through that. They might not have seen a set. They might not have seen this. I always think about it like entry points is how I try to think about it. Like, you can never remember like the first time. I mean, sometimes you can. The first time you saw so-and-so, or the first time, like your favorite comic, your favorite movie, your favorite whatever. Yeah. It just happened to stumble upon it one day. And you never know what that's going to be or when it's going to happen. And it's like creating those for other people to find you. Like, you need to put out so many of those because you never know which one it's going to be. Yeah. And it could be just some random ass one that you don't expect, you know. I think like what's interesting about a podcast is that you get you're throwing it all different directions because you have all these different people on, and so it's just random. And also, comedy's interconnected like that. Oh yeah, the comedy world. So everybody knows everybody in weird ways.
Basically, yeah. And that's another thing. It's pretty hard because like some people might think you're more of a friend to them than you thought. Like,
what do you mean?
It's like you know, you see somebody from time to time, and then they feel comfortable asking to do a spot at your show.
I have experienced things like that. Yeah,
and it's like the type of comfortability. It's like, yeah, I say hi to you from time to time. We see each other at open mics, but. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And it's so hard to say no. Sometimes you got to say no in different ways. Be like, hey, man, you know, we booked up for the year. Or like, man, I wish I could, but, you know, I don't have the booking power for real. I don't.
I have a friend who they've done comedy before in a different location. Now they live here, and they like know I do a podcast with comedians. So they were like asking me what mic should I go to. I don't know. I told them everything. I told them like there's mics all over. Look at this Instagram. You can find them pretty easy.
Right.
And so I gave him all the information. I think he went to like one mic. And then another coworker, I said coworker, so now you know he works with me. I was trying to reveal as little as possible. And so the other person says out like, oh, you should book him on your show. And I said to him, oh, I would never book him on my show. I said it exactly like that. I was so harsh.
Hilarious.
Because I was being serious. I wanted him to know, like, as bluntly as possible, like, you don't do comedy. I wouldn't book you on my show.
Yeah.
You do comedy. It kind of annoyed me. So it's like, how dare you?
Thank you for
even
understanding.
Suggest that. Because I just, like, again, I'm trying to curate greatness over here.
Right?
You're telling me, like, I would throw like some wacky aside on a show maybe if it was like a fun gimmick, like if it was a fun idea that made sense. But you can't. There's so many people like that who like they barely even do comedy and they'll ask you for opportunities.
Yeah, they be on that for real. And it's like you see them one day out of the week at the same open mic doing the same jokes.
Yeah.
You know, and the jokes aren't even that good. They're not getting better at the jokes that they're telling. They're pretty damn hack.
Yeah, and they're doing the same jokes at an open mic nonetheless.
Yeah, the open mic is where you can play around with it. If you feel like, if I hear
you guys remember what I said last week? Want to hear it again?
If I hear it verbatim too many times, I'm like, you're not even trying.
Yep.
I don't know what your issue is.
Well, because, yeah, the mic's the place to try new things. Yeah. And you're surrounded by people who have already heard what you said. Like, there's really no reason.
And it's like, you're not there to impress anybody, but you are there to impress somebody because somebody runs a show.
Yeah.
Every open mic you go to, somebody runs a show.
Yep.
Unless there's nobody there but your ass.
Or somebody knows somebody who runs the show.
Yeah. Your name gonna start ringing bells. People gonna be like, hey, put this dude on your show. He's funny. He's on his way up.
Yeah.
He a little rusty right now, but I'm telling you, he got potential. Stuff like that. People throw alley-oops very, very.
Yeah. And I've just always noticed it's like a certain type of person. Like, I think that it's like we were saying before about like working on yourself, like sitting in it and then working on yourself. Like, I think the people who work on themselves and keep trying to get better, like you just see that and you recognize that, and we all like know it. But when you see people who aren't, those are the same people who complain and the same people who are asking why they don't get opportunities and the same people who are seeing all these problems. Because, like, they just go in circles. And it's just, you can see that in people sometimes. I always just hope those people get out of that. I always feel bad for them, and I hope they get out of it, but I'm not here to help them, you know? Like, that's what you got to learn. And you have to be honest to a point. You have to just straight up say, because you can't, if you sugarcoat it for people like that, they'll just keep thinking they know they're doing it right. Yeah. They'll think they're doing the thing, you know? Like, and what I've always liked about comedy, as opposed to music, is I feel like there's a built-in pursuit of getting better and improving your material and making everything as refined as it can be. Whereas in music, it's kind of very easy to settle and not try your best and not be the best. And I like with rap in particular, I think of it like as an MC, as a rapper, like the old school mentality. You have to be proving that you can rap all the time. You're like proving you can do this, and you're proving that you're the one, like you're what makes you good. And it's also like individual expressionism and being able to pull all that from out of nowhere and like constantly finding a way to say something in a way that no one else could say it but you. And so when I see like generic rap, just like generic comedy, and I think most music is not really trying. And I just don't think like rap's in the place it used to be lyrically, but that's fine. It's just not the same thing, you know. It's so different than the world it used to be. I think I'm just old. I think like I was born too late. If I rap the same way I do now, but I just did it earlier, it would be better. And so I've always liked about comedy that it's built in like that, where you can't just write one joke and sit on it forever. And if you do, that's frowned upon. Like, you have to constantly get better. Expand. And that's what you should always be doing as an artist.
Yeah, because you can't do the same stage. Well, yeah, because there's certain shows that you can't do the same show twice. If they only let you on that show every 6 months.
Yeah.
Every year or so. And you're doing the same jokes, they're not going to book you anymore.
Yeah, it's a great point. Yeah, it's like, wait a minute, it's the same thing.
There's a lot of legacy comics, like older comics from the 90s and the 80s that are still doing it, still road dogs, still, charging their fee, probably doing cruises.
Yeah.
And they'll do their set from when they was on TV in 98.
Yeah.
And the crowd still fuck with it. They'll say along with them and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure Hamburger Jones somewhere is still doing the same jokes.
Yeah. And I mean, like, there's not... I've always wondered about that, too, because I don't even know if it's like, if that's frowned upon. But I don't know if it's necessarily bad, because I've heard people say, like, oh, I love when I heard this comedian do this joke because it's my favorite joke of his. Yeah. And every time he tells it, I think it's so funny. Yeah. Like, you would think... Like, I think especially comedians would think, like, what? Like, how would you want to hear the same joke over and over?
I got homies that I would, if they get stuck on something, they were like, what y'all trying to hear? Y'all got any jokes y'all want to hear or something like that?
Yeah.
And I'll say their joke, or I'll tell them which joke I want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, there's one homie of mine, his name Vic Pondia. He got a joke about boat hoes. He doesn't do it unless I ask him, because usually he'll be like, did I do everything?
Yeah.
I got a little bit more time. What should I talk about? And I'll be like, boat hoes. And he'll do boat hoes. So yeah, and that's usually how I get to know comics. I wouldn't know a person. I wouldn't recognize them. I won't remember a name until I see their set and I hear their signature joke or the joke that makes me laugh.
Do you think it's because you're a comedian?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like you're listening. Why? Why do you think that is?
If you can make me laugh, then I can work with you. But
I see.
Yeah, and even though my sense of humor is a little twisted, there's things that I'll laugh about that other people just be like, what?
Yeah.
I have a twisted sense of humor, but I also understand funny. So, yeah, if you make me laugh at an open mic or at like wherever I see you at, I'll be like, okay, I can associate with this person until I find out they're a freaky man or something.
Yeah. And again, like I would say the same thing with like music. As a performer, I think of it like if I'm on a stage, what I am doing is I'm not just doing like the song. I'm performing. Like you're supposed to be feeling something through the performance. Like I am pulling something out of nowhere. And there's something to that. I think that's the beautiful thing about music is you can make that happen. And in an inexplicable way. Like it's almost like magic. And so if I see someone else do that, that's what always gets me. I'm like, oh, they have, like, it's almost like you realize they have the thing. Like they have it. And, you know, I'm always looking for that. Because I think most stuff is not that great. You have to find people who are good. You have to find people you can click with and do things with. Because it's not all over the place. You're going to see a bunch of people who are all right. And then a few people who are great and fantastic. And you got to like latch onto those people if you can. Yeah. Because I think that stuff lifts you up simultaneously. See, I could be a motivational speaker. You see? Yeah. It's all coming full circle. See, if I just like did this, if I just said this type of monologue, you need to hold on to people and people that'll lift you up. Yeah. I'm telling you, dude, I got it in me. It's in there. When people tell me this, I'm like, thank you so much. I know. Yeah. I think I need to train for it. How do you become a motivational speaker?
I don't know, but you do have to get you a
some type of license or something.
If you need a license to motivational speak,
I don't think you do.
Like there's waivers and shit and promises you have to make.
You just show up to a college.
People, yeah. College. Where's the stage?
I got this.
Right.
Just be confident. They'll think you're there for a reason.
Man, wear a suit.
Yeah, wear a suit. Be like, you guys. Did anybody? It was supposed to be at 3 p.m. It's all right. Just get all the students in there at 3 p.m.
That's crazy.
You could probably... it'd be like Catch Me If You Can. You know, you'd have to like Leonardo DiCaprio-esque talk your way into it.
And then you send the invoice.
Yeah.
It'd be like $12,000.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude. That's how much I could make so much money.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I never even thought about it like that. I always thought of like the craft of motivational speaking. I never thought about the payout. Dude, like one gig's like $10K.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
They were talking about how like comedians can get college gigs and double their pay at the college gig. Because you don't necessarily
For comedians?
Yeah.
Huh.
So, yeah, comedians go to colleges and they do sets and stuff like
I didn't
that.
know they made that much, though.
A lot of college grade comedians aren't that funny.
Yeah, right.
But if you have a degree in something or a specialty in something, you can parlay that into a course. And you can do a course if you could talk about this thing for an hour.
Like a master class?
Yeah, like arts and mental health and you could spin it like that. That's an extra hour. That's an extra $7,000.
Now you sound like Gary Vee.
Hey, look, I be learning all these different ways to make money doing this thing, but I don't know. My path, I want my path to be so much different. But
why different how?
So I want to be able to do the thing in a way that won't inconvenience me. I don't want to have to move to a coast. I don't want to have to like uproot my life.
The thing meaning comedy?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like to do it, 3 days a week, whether it be acting, stand up, and then something else. Voiceover work, radio work, something. Like 3-4 days a week, getting paid enough to comfortably live the life that I want to live.
Yeah.
So I can be able to, I'll have time to be with my kids.
Yeah.
When I have kids and my wife and my pets and all my passions that I want. Like I love doing stand up, but doing it 7 days a week is exhausting.
Yeah.
So I would like to be able to do the big things so that I don't have to like break apart my life or anything. Because I don't really want the fame. I just want the work.
Yeah.
Fame is horrible.
Yeah, it seems terrible. It seems, especially for normal people. Like anybody who wants to not like, because I think that I am capable of just not caring what people say. I think I can do that. It'll bother me a little, but I just know people say things. But I think most people get affected by things. Like they have the natural urge to defend themselves and respond to comments and do all that. I just don't think that ever works. I think it's better, like we were saying before, like just taking it not seriously is the best approach you could have.
But my thing is,
fame is just gonna come right at you. Go ahead.
Yeah, my thing is, I would just like to be outside. You know,
you can't do that anymore.
People, once you're famous and your face is out there, people will recognize you.
Has that happened to you at your level of fame now already? Or no?
I'm a comedian's comedian, so all the comics know me.
Yeah.
You know, like people will, if you're in Chicago and you're a stand-up comic and you just go around, like you're automatically gonna try and connect with the people that have the connections. So if you see this one person walk in and shake hands with everybody you think is important, oh, this person must be important.
Yep. Yeah.
Because the important people don't talk to people that's not important.
Yep. So, one time I remember I went to an open mic and about like 10 times people walked up to me and said hello, like 50. I remember I thought, should I go? Should I not go? Should I go? And then I went and that happened. I was like, wait, is this what being popular is? Like, is this what's happening? And I also like, I thought about that, like what you just said, like the subconscious effect of such a thing. Yeah. Like if you didn't know who I was and you saw that, you were immediately thinking, who the fuck is this guy?
Exactly.
Who is this guy? And it's like, I didn't do anything. I didn't even do anything. People just said hello. And that's all it takes, right?
Yeah.
Just being the guy in the room. Yeah, and I think that's kind of where popularity should start, in my mind. Truly, like, if you want to get popular amongst, like, a general audience, it's better if you work with, like, the comedians or, like, the people in the industry first. So that way you've developed all these established connections before you then try to do all that other stuff. Because you know everybody now.
That's smart. Actually.
Yeah. Well, but like the natural urge is just to try to get everybody with this wide net all at once.
Yeah. But that was my thing. I was I don't think about the crowd. I need to start thinking more about the crowd because when I started doing stand up, like I said, I didn't have too much prior knowledge of stand-up. I didn't look up the history and all the different famous people. Most of the famous people I run into, I find out they're famous after.
Oh, I bet you've had that conversation so many times where like a comic will bring up a famous comedian and you have to tell them you have no clue what they're talking about.
Well, I mean, if they're famous, usually they're funny.
Yeah.
I'd be like, okay, he's popular for a reason. But I don't know they're popular.
But I'm saying like they bring up a bit from so-and-so.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Oh, I remember this thing. And you just never know what they're
somebody
saying.
And I'd be like, I'm not. And be like, yeah.
Exactly. Not along, yeah.
Because I don't want to have the conversation about I've never, because then they're going to start suggesting shit and I'm not going to watch it.
Yeah. Because you're not into comedy in that way.
I'm not. When I see them, I'll see them. You know, if they're dead, then I watch their shit. But if they're, if they're still alive and doing shows, I'll run into them eventually.
Yeah, like had you seen Mark Norman before you saw that set?
I've seen his stand up online. Okay. I've seen a couple of clips and I was like, I liked it.
Did he do any of his crowd work stuff where he'll have people yell stuff out and he tries to like make a joke out of it? Did he do any of that?
No.
I've seen him do that. I don't know if that's just a social media thing he does, but he's good at on the spot, like just riffing. He's really good at that.
Yeah, everybody just did their set. It was the most well-behaved crowd. It was like, they were pretty chill. They laughed at the funny shit. Yeah. You know, it was a very tame crowd, especially for like that group of comedians that came up. But also it was a very stand-up show. It wasn't like a theme. It wasn't a gimmick. It wasn't like one person go up and do a split. It wasn't like, it wasn't like super showy entertaining. It was strictly stand up.
Maybe you're at the right stage because I know at Skankfest they do like
they do have extra shit there.
Yeah, like naked roast. I think they have naked roast battles.
Yeah, I saw a few of it, but I wasn't trying to stick around because I was breaking the rules because you need like either a neck thing.
Yeah, like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, and like the staff knew I was snuck in. Some didn't. Because when they were like, man, when are you leaving? I'm like, man, I'm leaving tonight. And they were like, you're not going to stay for the whole thing? I was like, nah. They was like, are you going to come back for the festival next year and volunteer? I was like, well, I don't work here.
Yeah, because I think a lot of the people backstage are volunteers. That's Alex Rambos. You know him? Yeah, so he was telling me all about that. Like, that was his is that he had so much experience with sound engineering.
Yeah.
And now he's backstage bringing waters to all these comedians and shit. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's that same thing I said before. Like, I think developing that relationship goes a long ass way. Just
I saw Rambos at Skankfest when I was in Vegas.
Yeah. Oh, you saw him there.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah. But yeah, with comedy and well, we got back into Skankfest. You brought up you don't see people in you normally don't go see somebody's thing. I forget, dude. Fuck, dude. You don't smoke weed, kids.
Yeah,
don't smoke weed, kids. You smoke weed, you forget what you're talking about, and you'll like you're not even necessarily. People say you're stupid. I don't think you're stupid, but you do forget what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, you going.
Some people are
tangent.
stupid.
Yeah, some people are really stupid off of weed.
Some people you can smoke them dumb, and I've learned
smoke them dumb.
Yes, it's actually funny, dude, because. So usually, almost always, people show up, will be like, do you want to smoke or no? And so it's always funny to see how people might get affected too, because some people you regret offering them. You're like, oh, I just totally blew the podcast for you. I just ruined it. I had that happen once or twice where I was like, whoa, you were one guy and now you're another guy. And then you'll have the people who are smart enough, like they'll say, no, I smoke weed, I just stare at the wall. Like they'll know that about themselves. Some people, they smoke and they're just ready to fall asleep. That's a fun one.
Oh yeah.
But some people smoke and they just can't talk anymore. That's a fun one. So I've never experienced any of that. So that's why it's always funny for me to see it. Like I've always been quite coherent. So when I see people just fade away, I'm like, whoa, what happened to you?
I talk too much when I'm high. When I'm high, I don't try to joke as much because I want to get my point across. That's what the microphone is. When I'm not on the microphone, I'd just be joking, just be talking shit, say offensive shit just to say it. When a mic is in my face, I speak very clearly. I pronounce my words. I want to be understood. I pick the right words for the right moment. I'm just
You become very eloquent all of a sudden.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like, wow, you become so wise. I do think that holding a microphone or being in front of a microphone, it does create a sense of importance for sure. Like it makes you could be saying the stupidest thing in the world, but it makes, like I've talked about cats and dogs on this podcast many times.
Nice.
But I've in serious ways. I'm not taking the topic lightly.
Oh yeah.
And I think it's because this is a serious program and stick to the script, I
think sometimes if you naturally understand like this is going out there into the zeitgeist,
right?
People are gonna see this, people are gonna hear this, people are gonna look you up.
What's interesting is the different ways people will approach that, because I've always found that like as an interviewer, it's kind of my job to ease someone into it. And you'll find that just different people are different, right? Like sometimes it takes a lot more on your end than you would like. Yeah. Whereas other people come in and they're just a breeze and they just do it all for you. And so it's always interesting because I think like if for most people, if I grab a camera and I turn it on and I start talking, that's not going to be easy or natural. That's like why I said before, I'd rather do a podcast with two people, because sitting there and talking is difficult. And so it's like, I think when people sit in front, they know they're doing a podcast, but they're thinking beforehand, oh, I wonder what this is going to be. I wonder what this, because that's what you would think. You don't really know. And then you show up and it's like, what am I going to say? What am I going to say? And so it's then up to the other person to like, unless they have a strong personality, like I said, and they're just going to lead, which is great. And that's always fun. Again, it's like easy, but most of the time it's not the case. So it's like, you got to pull things out of them. You got to say like just enough to where you're going to get it out of them, because they don't know how to just present shit and pull shit out and just bring shit up, because they don't know what the fuck is going on.
Right.
And that's like, it's always interesting to see that dynamic, like an interviewer, interviewee, because you'll see people fuck it up too. Like a bad interviewer is bad. And I've seen it happen bad podcasts suck. And they suck because the people don't know what they're doing. They don't even know why they're doing a podcast. Yeah. There's so many podcasts where it's like they just turn shit on and then it's aimlessly like fucking shit on the mic.
Just to talk.
Yeah. They don't know what they're doing. There's no point. And so it's just that's always a fun thing, because when you see a good interviewer, that's how you know. Like I think Sean Evans, Nardwar, and then it's probably one more that I can come up with. But those two are real good. Like Sean Evans and Nardwar, where I don't know if you're familiar with either of them. Sean Evans does Hot Ones, the Hot Ones of the Spicy Wings show.
Yeah.
They're just both so good at like bringing something out of people. And that's why people want to do those shows. Not because they want to be on the show, but because like it's a different way you can see somebody. It's hard to just fucking present yourself. I think it's hard to know how to, like, you can elevate it in your mind, but even then, like, if you aren't used to that, you can confuse yourself, and then you start like, oh, I can't say this, and you'll see people like act weird.
Hey, that's how I am sometimes with certain podcasts, because there's some podcasts that I did where I'll say some shit and then I'll be like, fuck, that's recorded.
Yeah, like just trying to joke, like making a joke.
Yeah, because sometimes it will come off the cuff real quick. I'll say something that I don't think anything of, but I understand, like, you know, it's like, oh shit. Sometimes there's certain things you can't say on recorded line.
Now, do you mean like you said like a raunchy joke? Or do you mean like, I'm trying to understand, because I'm trying to get you can't say what it was.
Not necessarily. It'd be like, oh, like certain scenarios that happen, and I'll just react to it. Like, what? If that happened, I'll smack the shit out of everybody involved. Like,
yeah, I'd smack a bitch.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's just...
And it's like, wait, my bitches might see this.
And I feel like an unk because I'm like, man, it was an era when smacking a bitch was normal.
Yeah, right. I think I'm that way to a fault. Like, I've learned to accept I'm probably just going to say something stupid. So I think I should just let myself go, and then eventually they'll get me, and I'll be like, you know what, you got me, but that's just the method. That's how podcasts work. We got to just do this. Yeah. And then eventually we get somewhere. If you guys do a podcast, you'll understand.
Right.
Like, it's not easy to talk for that long. You're going to say something stupid eventually.
Yeah.
I've just learned, like, I think if you had anybody, my theory, you get them to talk for 30 hours, you could catch them on something. 30 hours, you got something. Because, like, people are just naturally, like, everybody's a little bit out there, a little bit. Yeah. Everybody else, or they don't realize they'll be trying to be funny, they'll try to do something, and then they...
But that's why most people that try their best to be, like, the best person ever, the nicest person all the time, always being, like, all this, like, in front of everybody... Always the shittiest people.
Yeah, well, it's like the please everyone and please no one thing, right? You want to please everybody, but you end up pleasing nobody.
Exactly.
Because you can't please. It's literally impossible. I think that the signal that you're doing something right is that there's a big group of people who hate what you're doing, like we were saying before, because I don't think anything that's going to change the world or mean anything comes without controversy. Like, it can't happen. You can't have something that's going to be significantly different than the status quo that will then just be met with open arms. People are always going to have an opinion and a negative opinion about what you do. Whether it's good or bad, it's always going to happen, especially if you're doing something different. And so I think it's probably good. I think when you have people hating things, it's probably a good thing. But it's so natural to think, oh, I don't want people to hate me. I'd rather have nobody hate me, though.
Fuck that shit. The more haters, the better. I'd say haters instead of people that hate you, because people that hate you want to kill you. Haters, if they see you pop up on their social media feed, they're going to follow you. They won't unfollow you. They're going to like your shit.
But don't you think it's a natural urge to, like, defend that and, like, not want that? Like, that's what I said earlier about it's probably the normal people. Like, we're probably the crazy ones for thinking this way.
Get my engagement up. I need to get paid on social media.
We're psychopaths, dude. We're like, please call me names.
Yeah, because look, I have one video on YouTube. I think it has like 50,000 views, right?
Yeah.
A lot of views. And it's nothing but positive comments, loving comments, nothing crazy, not anybody talking shit about me. And I think it was hot for maybe one day. It's hot for one day. I saw my granny on OnlyFans, positive comments, negative comments. You know, people coming back to be like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
No. People be saying no, or people putting the thumbs down. There's more of that. And we dropped that video maybe a month ago. It's still getting comments and likes.
Uh-huh.
Like, consistently. I look at my phone, it's like, oh, you got 6 new likes on this video.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 12 new likes on this video.
And you never know, dude. I think I looked, like, just because I was trying to see how popular it actually was. Like, I think right now it's at 100K.
Yeah.
But, like, I had a video that Like, you never know. Because I didn't know it was a month old. So if it's a month old, it's at 100K. It could still shoot up to 1 million.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, with it still going, we could probably hit 1 mil.
Yeah, you never know. Because it's really about the social media, whether they want to throttle it or not.
Exactly.
I mean, once a video, it's so weird how it works. Like, I've only had a couple videos do big numbers, and every time you're just kind of waiting for it to end. You're like, when is this going to stop rolling in?
But see, that's why you got to be consistent, because once you hit that high note, you got to hit it again. So you gotta keep dropping so that these people see your shit.
That was my whole point about like music and all that, because I think with like people make a good song or they'll have like a video go viral, and it's just I think people have been trained now to with social media to, if you do something good, recreate it, which is wrong. You shouldn't do the same thing you already did. You should follow the creativity that led to the thing you did, and then keep doing that, because people just make one good song and then try to make that song 10 times, or they'll have one good joke and then they become the comedian that does that joke because the joke did well. It's like, I feel like that's the opposite of creativity at that point, because now it's just like you're overdoing that thing where you should be exploring and trying different things.
And that's why people end up burning out, floundering, one hit wonders.
Yeah. And it's hard to try different shit, especially when you got something that works. Like, if you know something works, I think like there's all kinds of things you could do. Like, you could have a rule where you write all the time. I think if you're a comedian, I think probably just like riffing on stage like for 30 seconds to a minute during every set or something. Oh, yeah. Just like always inserting a spot where you're back against the wall and you have to make something up.
Get comfortable with the crowd a little bit.
I've heard comedians, like, they'll put themselves in spots where they'll start writing their sets like the day before just to fuck themselves over, so that way they hopefully find something,
Yeah, I mean, the new jokes, you got to go through the rough patches. People are afraid of going through the rough patches. You're starting over.
Yeah.
You're starting from the beginning, because your favorite jokes wasn't that funny when you first started saying them.
Right, yeah.
And then when you finally got it to be in the 5, 10, 15 minutes that is killing, you got to do it again with another 15. Mm-hmm. So starting at the bottom and working your way back up has always been like stressful for people.
Yeah, because if it's like, oh, this joke's good, but it's not that funny, and it's like, yeah, that was every good joke ever. it was all right, but it wasn't there yet. Yeah. It starts with like a shitty premise. I mean, and I think that's something that you can either learn through experience or like the people who have had the experience. Because I think if you don't learn to like listen to those people, you will get convinced that all this bullshit, like, oh, my 5-minute set that I do everywhere all the time, like, why does nobody laugh at it anymore? It's because everybody knows it.
Yeah,
everybody knows the set. But if you've never like met somebody who really, like, I mean, I find it fascinating that people have their own like versions of comedy in their mind, like that's a version of comedy. I kind of think about it like, I guess it's not even like they're wrong. It's just like, it depends where you're aiming at, right? Like, if you want to be super successful and you want to be great and you want all that, you have to be realistic and you have to think that way. If you want to just like fuck around at bars all the time and just have a good time, you are doing everything right. You know, like you can do that too. So it's always, because I don't feel like that. Some people have like these ridiculous standards, like, oh, fuck this guy, he's not even trying. But it's like, does he have to try? Does he even want? Does he even want that?
Yeah. See, a lot of comedians are very big on like, get out the way. If you're not really in it to be in it, you got to get out the way. It's more of, where do they want to be?
Yeah, some people just don't want that.
Yeah, and they're not in your way. They're just there in this spot that you're in at the moment.
Yeah.
When you're in your journey. Where their journey ends, yours is probably halfway beginning.
Wow, that's a great way to put it. Yeah.
Some people like to be bar comics. Being a bar comic ain't that bad, because there's a lot of bar shows that are pretty bussin' in the Midwest.
Or they're doing fine on their own. They don't even need the comedy.
Exactly.
They're just doing it for fun.
Yeah. The community, you get good community sometimes, maybe, depending on who you hang out with.
Yeah.
You're around funny people. A lot of funny, damaged people. And
it tends to be a running thing with the funny people.
Oh, yeah. The funnier you are, the more damaged. But sometimes you're too funny.
Yeah.
People don't think about that. It'd be like, okay, everything's not a joke and everything's not that much of a joke.
Oh, yeah. and I mean, yes. I think that's something, especially one phenomena I've observed is if you get 10 comedians, especially like beginning comedians in a circle, all they know how to do is make jokes. They can't even talk anymore.
Yeah.
They're just, it's like a riff off. It's
oh my
fascinating.
God.
Like it's a phenomena. It's a wonder of the world. They can't stop themselves. Especially if they're like if they're maybe more seasoned, like they're not gonna, maybe they won't do that. But if it's like people who are standing outside of an open mic and it's like a bunch of comedians who just met, they've all been doing this for 6 months, bro, they're in a competition right now.
Somebody says one thing funny and it's just a ripple of funny shit.
Yeah.
I cut that off quick. I let them win. Because I don't
It's exhausting though.
It is.
That's the problem. It's like, and there are people who, like, I think that some comics are just like that. Like, you could bring them on a podcast, they'll do the same thing. Like, they just have this like riff energy. They don't know how to stop. They don't know how to turn it off. And I think part of it is like it's like we were talking about earlier, like the elevation thing. I think that they've elevated this thing in their mind. They think this is like a show. They think they're a comedian and they have to be funny. And they think of conversations that way even. They think they have to always be on and everybody has to see them be funny, so all these comedians know that they're funny. And it's like, you don't always have to be that. You can just be a person too. You can also just, but like, because I think being funny comes naturally, and when you start to force it and do all this, you're actually kind of like, it's almost like hokey now. Like you're not really being natural. It's not rolling out. It's just kind of, you're making it happen. Yeah. And that's why it's such a phenomenon, because it's 10 people trying their best to make it happen, and it's just not happening. Yeah. Because a joke comes natural. Yeah. You don't have to do that.
And you don't have to be the funniest person in the room all the time and every occasion. It really only counts on stage. Yeah. Because nobody's ever like, well, there's probably a few situations, but nobody's going to sit here in the green room with you kikiing before their set. Usually, most of the times when I bomb, I kikied the most in the green room. Yeah. I talk too much outside on the hang. We hanging out outside before my set, smoking weed, talking shit. And those be the biggest laughs that I have that whole night. And then when I get on stage, I can't recreate those laughs because the crowd wasn't there with me when we was making those laughs. Right. So now I'm trying to, tell a joke that I don't even think is funny because it's not as funny as what we was talking about outside. And they feel it, and then I bomb. Yeah. They be like, man, I wish I could talk to y'all about smacking bitches like we were outside, but I can't bring that to the crowd now. Damn.
And that's like subconsciously hanging in the air.
Yeah. It fucks up the whole set. Now the crowd is upset because I'm talking about, my cat, and I'm not talking about smacking bitches. And it's just, no.
Yeah. There's, did you ever see Jim Carrey on Norm Macdonald Live? Did you ever see that? No. It's very funny. And I don't even know if you can find it anymore. So much of Norm Macdonald Live, it was like his podcast, but it was before he did his Netflix show. And this is actually how I found Norm Macdonald. And when I was in middle school, it was on YouTube, or maybe it was high school, but it was on YouTube, and he would just have all these guests. And he had so many, like Bob Saget, he had Larry King, and he would bring these people in and just be Norm Macdonald for 30 minutes an hour. It's so funny, dude. And I don't know if you can find some of the episodes, but you can't find a lot of them. I think the Jim Carrey one, you can only find clips. But Jim Carrey, he's like, it's a whole hour of him trying to be the funniest guy in the room. Like, he's trying so hard. At one point, there's a glass on the table, and so he just pushes the glass off the table, and the glass falls and breaks. And it's just so it's to garner attention.
That's crazy.
And also, he's trying to tell Norm throughout the podcast that he is not Jim Carrey and that he has no ego. Which makes it even funnier because I think at one point he has coffee and he goes, he drinks it like that. Because Jim Carrey is a physical comedian, so this stuff makes sense. But he just railroads the whole thing. I mean, the whole thing.
Hey, I gotta see that.
It's great. It's great. Well, and they're both so. I mean, Norm is fucking Norm, so he just rolls with it. Yeah. Yeah. So you're telling me you're not a person, Jim? Something like that. But yeah. And yeah, you just can't have that. It's dangerous. I think people like break things. When someone like is intimidated, when someone wants to be the funniest person in the room, especially I think you tend to, if you're not that funny and you want to be the funniest person in the room, you always go to physicality. That's going to be like the thing you go to because you've ran out of everything else. And that's when you start to see people like just doing the wildest shit, you know? It's like they'll have water and they'll spit it everywhere.
Once I see somebody rolling around on the floor, I know it's a wrap.
They ran out. They're done.
They're begging for laughs. There was one show I went to. There was a time I was hanging out with people that I shouldn't have been hanging out with. Certain types of comics that do certain types of things that I don't even rock with, but I found myself associated with them. I wish it was crack. Crack would have been so much better than getting into what they got into. And I went to a show with one of them, right? And first off, I don't even think there was a girl on the lineup. There was 6 comics on the lineup. And like it was a Schaub mic. So basically everybody shows up. Whoever wants to get on stage show up, and the host decides who gets up on stage because nobody's booked.
Yeah.
So it's like you just come through, and if I fucks with you, you can get on stage. You know?
Yeah.
So I get in there, and usually I don't go to these types of shows, but fuck it. I'm hanging out with this person I shouldn't have been hanging out with. I trusted them at the time. I go. The comics up there was so hacky. I'm talking about everybody doing the same jokes, basically, just in different wording. Everybody had a gimmick when they got on stage. They had a theme song to go up to like it was a WWE. Dudes were twerking. They were twerking for laughs. I was like, no, this man didn't just make his thighs clap for a fucking laugh. I was pissed. There's certain things like I mean, like, you know, do what you do, right? But you're compromising your
integrity.
Yeah, you're compromising.
That's
your
a digital
integrity.
footprint right there.
Right, for a fucking laugh. Yeah. Just to get off stage and say you killed that room. I understand like laughs are important and getting the crowd riled up is important, but some things you just don't do for a laugh.
Yeah.
Are they laughing with you or are they laughing at you? Because making your thighs clap. Are they laughing with you?
You know, there was a guy who he was a rapper. I'm from Flint, Michigan, and he was also from Flint, Michigan. I think he went to high school with me, and his name's Sparrow, and he's been on the podcast actually. He's episode 50, and so he kind of blew up with Long Neck. Are you familiar with Long Neck? He's also from Flint. Now he's a skinny guy with a long neck.
Oh, the white dude?
Yeah.
Damn, you went to high school with that guy?
No, I went to high school with Sparrow.
Oh,
Long
okay.
Neck was right by my neck of the woods over in Flint. Because I was in Swartz Creek and then I moved to Flint.
Okay.
So, yeah, he was right next to me. And I just remember, like, Sparrow got popular doing these videos where he would, like, take his shirt off. And I can't even remember now, but he'd, like, shirtless in Walmart, just running around saying crazy shit. And it's like, this guy's a rapper. But what he's doing is he's going and doing all these videos because it's like the thing to do because you're, you know, Long Neck's viral. He's telling you, take your shirt off, run around at Walmart. You know it's going to get 1 million views. But what does that say for the future? You know? And like, I've always thought that. It's like, what do you... Sparrow, I think him and Long Neck had a falling out. Long Neck picked Wide Neck over him, and it was
It's better Brandon. I'm sorry.
It is what it is. Supreme Patty had more to offer over there in California, and it became this thing where he kind of went off on his own, and I feel like that's even worse. Like if you did all that, and then you're not with that group anymore. Now it's like fuck. Like there's all these videos of me rubbing peanut butter on my belly on the internet. Fuck.
Also, you got to understand where you get in is how you're going to have to keep it, you know?
Exactly. And so I've always thought, like, I've tried to think long term. And all that to say, you know, Sparrow, dude, you're awesome. And I'm speaking of your trials and tribulations. I hope a full recovery for you. But...
Damn, what happened? He got shot running around
no,
shirtless in
just
Walmart?
Recovering from Long Neck and the Long Neck experience, you know.
Damn, I ain't never had to recover from some long neck before.
You don't want to. And so, yeah, I just feel like I've always thought about that, like, because I've done some dumb shit. Like my earliest TikTok videos are so embarrassing, and I think you could probably still find them. But it's like, dude, so bad. Like. And even up to the point in like 2022, still pretty bad. And I don't think I was very self-aware. Because when I look back at it, I'm like, oh my God, you know. And it's good to know that I've gotten better, and it helps me understand and sympathize and put myself in Sparrow's wings. So, yeah.
Shit, in 2010, 2011, I was planking.
Yeah, we all were different people in
But we
2011.
weren't. But you know, it wasn't even for monetization. It was just to be included in what was going on.
Me too. Me
Motherfuckers
too.
was not getting paid to be on Instagram at all back then.
Nobody was. Yeah, yeah. Planking was 2010, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's something I forget about until I watch like The Office and they make a joke about it, and I'm like, oh my God, that was a remnant of the past that we all did.
Stupid shit.
We did some. Well, I feel like social media trends were different back then. It was almost more innocent and fun. Like, I mean, that was when the dress was like 2013. Like that was a big thing.
Was it blue or gold? And it changed colors every time I looked at it.
It was blue, dude. That thing was fucking blue. I don't care what everybody would be like. Oh, it's the lighting, and you have to imagine.
Every time I see it, it's gold now. I'm sorry.
It's not gold.
I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure they proved that it was blue. I'm pretty sure like the people who made the dress came out and said, no, it's a blue dress.
I don't know.
We need a producer for this.
My phone.
Someone look this up.
Where's the damn dress?
That is like, it's funny because I think you could still revive that. You could bring it back.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to think of another like you know what another fun social media thing was? That Songify thing they used to do. I was just thinking about this the other day. Hide your kids, hide your wife, because they're raping everybody out here.
Yeah. Oh my God, when everything got auto-tuned, they put that motherfucker on the BET Awards. That's how I knew the BET Awards was over. It was over.
I forgot about that.
They had that motherfucker come up on stage and sing that song. No media training, no rehearsal,
You
no
don't
practice.
have to come and confess. We coming for you.
We gonna find you. We gonna find you.
And it's a song about somebody breaking in windows and molesting
trying to,
people.
yeah.
What? Get out of our neighborhood. And it's like the most, dude, I heard that song when I was 10. I was singing it. You know what? Ironically, the best way they could have gotten that story out. Like, everybody heard about it because of that.
Shit, rappers were like memes, basically. Shit, you remember Lil B, right?
Soulja Boy, Lil B.
Yeah,
Yep.
Soulja Boy.
Lil B, the bass god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He follows me back on Twitter.
Congrats. He must follow a lot of people, though.
He does.
It's like getting followed by John Cena on Instagram.
Well, but I mean, okay, so the whole thing is, you know, while that time, like during the peak of him like being the bass guy, people were like, you can fuck my bitch, bass god.
Yeah.
Which was a crazy thing to say. People were like, at his
a spot
concerts.
reserved for Chris Brown now.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't know. You have to you'll throw your bitch at the bass guy, but like your bitch should just go to Chris Brown.
Yeah.
If Chris Brown like just reaches out to her, she's going to go and like.
That's true. Yeah, you'll even like she'll tell you no a million times, and then
get
Chris
mad
Brown does it.
Right, and then get mad at you about not liking that she went off with Chris Brown.
It's just music. He's just a musician.
It's just Chris Brown, like the whole Usher thing.
What was the Usher thing?
So, whose wife was that? It was somebody's. Oh, it was Keke Palmer.
Oh wow!
When she was half naked. It was an okay dress, but she was wearing a thong. Her body is nice.
Shout out Keke Palmer.
Yeah, and then Usher did the little thing. He twirled her around. He gave her a hug, singing and stuff. And her baby daddy got mad.
Yeah.
And that started the whole thing. And I was
You ever
like,
see all this like Pedro Pascal like anxiety thing?
No.
So him and his Fantastic Four co-star, it's like this big thing where apparently he has such bad anxiety that he needs physical touch from his female co-stars.
Nice.
So she'll be like all over him, like hugging him, and like they
I
both
need that.
are married. They both have significant others. Like but it's completely platonic. There's
Hell
nothing
yeah.
weird about that at all.
I need that in my life. Hell
Dude,
yeah.
I seek to have the level of fame to where I can
think-
just say I have anxiety. I need a woman to touch me. at all
Rub on my chest, please. Can I get signed
And
permission
people
from
just
your
take
husband?
your word for it. They're just like,
Man.
all right. We can do that for
just
you.
letting shit happen.
It's I mean, and Pedro Pascal, like you have to have a certain level of, the public has to think you're hot. Like
Yeah.
Usher's publicly considered hot.
Yeah.
Chris Brown's publicly considered hot. Pedro Pascal publicly hot. You have to reach this level where you're like heartthrob. Like
Yeah.
I would bet if even at his age now, if Brad Pitt wanted to pull that, he could. If he just started saying he has anxiety and he wants ladies to be all over him,
He's like,
you can just see,
there's
every time you
6
see
of
Brad
them.
Pitt, he's got 5 chicks on him.
Just
and all.
rubbing on him just to make sure he's okay.
Meanwhile,
need
he's like
that.
63.
Oh, yes.
Like, what a life, dude. He could probably pull it off.
Yeah. I know.
You have to be hot. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you do have to be hot, conventionally attractive.
It just doesn't work if you're not. Like, you can't do that if you're Brendan Frasier. Sorry.
Hold on now. Brendan Fraser starts working out and getting over whatever he had to deal with.
He's
after
good
the
looking,
Mummy
but he's
Fraser.
not hot.
He's ugly now, but he was the hottest. George of the Jungle, he was shirtless the whole movie.
But not like the public would never say, like, oh, George of the Jungle.
They forgot about George of the Jungle. The Mummy,
He's good looking, but he's not hot. Like,
Monkey Bone Brendan Fraser.
I wouldn't say hot. I mean, I'm with you on like the preference of it, but I mean, like, as a culture, we would never call that hot. No,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think
we
he
need
was
like a. We've always had a type as a culture. I feel like it's not Brendan Fraser.
I think because he went the comedy route, he was the funny one. They didn't see it like that.
Yeah,
because it's like
Looney Tunes back in action, baby.
Yeah, he did a lot of cool shit, but his charisma made him not sexy. I'm like he was
You're right.
He was shirtless in a children movie.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
And nobody was like, God damn. Cover them nipples up in front of the children.
You're right.
Like, it's just Brendan Fraser.
But The Rock can do that.
The Rock is more scary than sexy. I don't know.
Yeah, he can make his pecs talk and shit. That's
Yeah,
too much.
It's scary a little bit.
The Rock is and he's super tall.
Yeah, he's tall as fuck, and it's 300 pounds of muscle.
Yeah,
that's scary as shit. There might be some women that are into that type of shit.
I've never stood next to a professional wrestler before, like The Rock or like John Cena or all these people. Like, you see them on pictures, and it's like, oh, they must be big. But I feel like if you stood next to them, it's like, holy fuck. Like Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Can you imagine being next to Brock
Fucking
Lesnar?
huge.
Oh my God. That guy's probably like, he could fight a bear.
It's like NBA players. NBA players be 6'7", 6'8".
Yeah, and you're so used to
Casually.
it. It's so casual, right? You see him on TV, they're all 6'7", so you don't think of it that way.
Yeah,
but then
when
you're
you
sitting at a
actually-
game
And you
looking
actually
up.
yeah. The ones that are my height, I'm 6'2". The basketball players that are my height look like babies on the court.
Yeah.
Fucking-
And, you know, I've always thought about that when it comes to, like, playing sports. I've thought, I guess I'm not even allowed. Like, just genetically, I was told no. And it's always, like, tall people, you must feel like they feel like they're forced into it. Like, they're
Sometimes, if you want the easy route out of life, you know,
Yeah.
it's like get into sports, see if you're good at it. It'll teach you a way to stay healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you get exercise regularly.
Yeah.
You get a skill, a sports skill. You build a community. A lot of dudes don't even like each other until they find out how much they like basketball, just like any other sport. Track, you let somebody that does track and field talk to another track and field person, that's all they're going to talk about. Wrestling. Oh, so many dudes did wrestling in high school, so now that's all they can talk about is, oh, I went to state, but we lost, and blah, 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 and all this and all that. They love talking about that. It's a building of community that even if you don't do it as an adult, it's something you can still work with people with.
Yeah, and it instills something in you. I always wished I had done track. Track would have been the one thing I could have done, and I
Yeah.
just didn't do it. I think I was worried about drug tests. If I'm not lying, I think that's exactly why I didn't do it. It's
That's
like
funny.
they're probably gonna drug test me, and who knows? Maybe they wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have hurt it to try. They probably weren't even looking for those type of drugs.
I
They were
know.
looking for fucking steroids.
Yeah, right. I'm worried about weed. Dude, I would smoke a joint before the run. I would go as far as to do that.
Hilarious.
But that's just high school me. That's me now. Who am I kidding? That's me still right
Get
now
smoked
today.
before everything. Yeah.
Never changed. But yeah, I could have done it. Like, that's what I'm saying. I definitely, and that would have been a sport I enjoyed. Like, I've always been more into like skating. I think golf. I think all these things like track. It's more of a sport where it's dependent on your bowling. You could say it's dependent on your individual performance and not so much teamwork. I think that's even why I like rap, because it's like so dependent on me and my performance that I'm not relying on anybody else.
Right.
And so with track, like, I could just run and I don't have to worry about how fast you run or anything. It's just me.
there's the relay.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, I can't control, like, there's not all these other factors in that play into, like, if it's a football play, it's a million things that could have went wrong. Like, if I know I did my best running from point A to point Z, then that's all I have
That's
to know.
all that matters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because sports, teamwork, trash. It's the worst.
Yeah, and it's a good thing to build, but if you're working with one bad person can drag a whole team down. Like they've done studies where it's like if you have a group of 10 people, and you have 9 bad people and 1 good person, or what is it? I'm fucking it up. I guess the whole thing was you would think that it would work in numbers. So you would have 9 good people and 1 bad person.
That one bad person to drag everybody down.
Well, you would think it'd work in numbers, though. So they would all do good, and it would just be 10% bad. But like you said, it drags everybody down. Yeah. So it ends up becoming like 50% worse because of the one bad apple. And that's the problem with teamwork, is you just have one bad apple fucks the whole game up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if there's one person in a bad group, did he build them up a little bit?
Yeah.
It's like LeBron.
Yeah, but being a good person in a bad group is pointless. You're just gonna spoil yourself. It's not like you'd think, but it's like oh, I can fix him. It's like thinking you can fix people in a relationship. You can't fix anybody. You're not gonna. You can do your best.
Yeah.
But you're not. You're gonna end up like corrupting yourself in the process. I feel like you can try.
Yeah.
So like if you have a group of like 9 people who are all like robbing banks and shooting people, and you're the one guy who's cool, you can tell them as many times as you want, and they might even agree with you. You'll be like, guys, you need to change. This just ain't it. And they'll be like, yeah, you're right. But they're just going to keep robbing the banks and shooting people.
Yeah.
And they're just going to find, if you leave, they'll just find another dude who also robs banks and shoots people. Man. Now, change is possible, folks. I'm not saying it's not. But just like...
It's on their end, though. You can't convince somebody to stop shooting people and robbing banks.
Yes, or shooting up drugs. I mean, like drugs is the one where it's just, we all know. You can't force somebody into... sobriety. You can't do it. And if you try, it might work for a little bit, but that'll make an even worse relapse than you had in the first place.
Right.
Like if you just throw them in a rehab and then...
even when you throw them in, like if they don't want to get better, they won't get better.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. If you throw them in, it just won't happen. Yeah, it might work for a minute.
I had a homie who went to rehab, got he did 3 months. He went 3 months in rehab, came out, not drinking.
Nice.
It took him a month before he went back at it, and he went back hard.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I can't kick it with you because you are a victim to your vices. You let this shit affect you more than anything else.
Yeah. And you know it's wrong for it's not like you're not self-aware. Like you just went to rehab for 3 months. Like right? This is the one thing, that you shouldn't be doing. If you're doing it, someone once told me, burn me once. They had a burn me once rule. So like if their friends do anything, like if more of a business thing, someone does something like that business wise, they burn you once. Just always remember it. But I do think that there's some, and then I don't think that's always true. I think people are more complicated than that. But I do think you have to trust your instincts, Yeah. And if you see people just who can't be consistent with themselves, what does that say? Like that says that they'll never be consistent with you. They can't even be consistent with themselves. Yeah. Like if you have to start there, like if you can't have one principled thing and you can't hold on to it, how the fuck are you going to hold on to, what if I have to rely on you for something else? And I already know you can't stand on this one commitment. It's just it's telling. And I think addiction's a hard thing, but you also have to be that person to just tell them and just be, hey, I can't fuck with you if this is, because they have to make a choice. Well, either my friend's not gonna fuck with me, or I have to stick with the thing I said I was gonna do, and that'll tell you everything, right?
Right.
So those people need that. It's because fucking dude, if you go to rehab and then you hop right back on, 3 months. That's a long ass time.
Yeah, exactly.
That ain't nothing.
He was just waiting to get back into getting high.
And that whole month, he's probably thinking, fuck. And what always happens is it's the one time, and it's the one time, but then the one time is 2 times, and the 2 times is 3 times. And
exactly.
here
and
we
right
are
back
again.
On the wagon. Yeah.
Yep.
And but they don't think about how it affects the people around them, the people that they work with, the people that they live around, the people that are affected by this. Because sometimes they be the most useless motherfuckers ever.
Yeah.
It's like we can't rely on you all the time. We can't just, we're not carrying you around while you destroy yourself. We're not going to make life easy for you because you can't hold your shit.
Yeah, and it's easy if you're using to be in this haze where you can't even see that for what it is.
Right, I'm a baby. Take care of me. And it's like, you are 30-something years old, dog. You gotta get your shit right.
Yeah,
because we're all dealing with it.
Yeah,
and we can't baby you as an adult, and you actually have babies to take care of.
Yeah, I mean, and it gets so bad. Yeah, I mean, I feel like because of the experiences I had when I was younger, I've always thought of like addiction and substance use differently than, because I think if you don't really see people struggle with that or have like a negative outcome from something like that, you never really fully understand the consequences that can come with those types of things. Like you don't never really see somebody who fucked their whole life up. You never really get how you could fuck your whole life up. And so it's hard to communicate that to people who don't see it that way, right? Like, how do you even get them to see? Because people do all sorts of rationalizing, too. You know, if somebody's, like, just always fucking everything up because they're always drunk or they're always high.
Yeah.
And how the fuck, because you talk to them about it, they're like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm not even an addict. Like, they've convinced themselves they don't even have a problem.
Once you be like, yo, I think you might have a problem, and they be like, nah, man, I'm just, man.
Yeah. It's what do you even do at that point? It's
just a little crack, man. I don't know what you...
Yeah, it's just a little crack. Because how do you find the middle? How do you even show, like, how do you shine the light so they can then follow the path, right? Because, like, they're not there with you at all.
They're blinded by the crack.
Yeah, blinded by the crack would be the name of this episode. blinded by the crack.
Are you blinded by the crack?
Call 1-800-CRACK to get your diagnosis today. I'm gonna get a little more coffee. We can wrap this up sometime soon.
Okay.
You want more coffee or no?
Yeah.
And we're back, folks. We're back. I just found out this man was wearing meta glasses watching me from the metaverse this whole time. He didn't even see me. He saw the lizard emoji he put inside and for my place. You know, like, I feel like VR and meta and all that stuff, dude, it's going to get crazy. We're seeing like the beginner PS1 stages of this. Like, it's
and
nothing
VR is
yet.
Pretty cool. I need to get a new Oculus. I
want it so bad.
Yeah, I got a Quest 2. They already got the 3 out, so you can get a 2 from somewhere for like $200.
What games do you play?
I just was watching porn.
Which is also fantastic use for it.
VR porn is pretty dope.
Yeah.
It's what is that? 8K?
8K?
Yeah, it's 8K.
And 360.
Yeah, so almost 360. It's really 180 because like there's nothing going on behind you. So
you don't want to see that's the camera guy.
Yeah, but they don't have the camera guy. They just have what's going on in front of you. It's just a big video with like a dome. Yeah, they don't have my favorite porn stars in there. A lot of them have aged out or just not into VR shit. I guess they haven't been reached out to yet.
Whoa, so like there's this whole VR porn industry.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's been out for like maybe 5 years already.
Now, it's not like a game. So
they do have VR porn games, but no.
These are like just like if I were to go on like Pornhub. Are you paying? How much are you paying?
So it's usually I encourage people to pay for their porn, but you just find one company you want to work with, whether it be a streaming service or an actual like corporation. Because why are you spending $100-something for porn? Yeah, why are you spending $100-something for porn at one time?
Yeah, and like I've never understood pay-per-view and all this.
Well, minute wise, like if you're paying per minute, go to the strip club.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
You know, but if you want to get a video, if you are a fan of a girl or a scene or something like that, just find a way to get that DVD for $15.
Okay.
But I feel like your porn budget, if you do spend money on porn, should be at most $40 a month.
That's kind of steep, don't you think? I mean, that's a lot of money.
Depends on how much porn you're trying to get. Do you want 2 big subscriptions, which are $20? Most porn subscriptions are $20 a month.
Yeah.
So that's 2 subscriptions, maybe Brazzers, Reality Kings. So you got those 2 highest quality porno makers. The $20 subscription means you get unlimited downloads. So for those 30 days, you're racking up the downloads of the videos that you want, plus the new ones that they drop. They give you access to like 10 different sites. So for that $40, you get you 100, 200 videos to put in the database, and you're good.
Yeah.
For that, after that 1 month, Now, if you're crazy getting terabytes of porn, $40 could get you that, but you got to be focused. You can't just, and then like.
But like, why would you spend money?
See, porn people, or like porn is free people are the same as pussy people. You'll fucking crack it. You'll look at whatever the fuck. That's why people be complaining about like people complain about like step parent porn. People, there's all the step kid porn. It's all the step family porn. All that crazy shit. Yeah, that's where they put in the free section. Right in your face. If you don't know what you're looking for, they gonna give you they're gonna put something in your face, and it's been step parent porn, and you click on it because you're a horny motherfucker.
Yeah, right. And like so they've curated that, they've made that themselves. But that's different. That's different than like these porn stars that have gotten the support and they've established themselves throughout the years. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So okay. So if I'm like a porn star and I get approached in public and someone says to me like, yo, I'm your biggest fan. Like, what does that mean? Like, does that mean like I've jerked off to you a million times? Or does that mean like I look up to you and I like what you represent?
A little bit of both. I mean, do you watch straight porn?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Are you a fan of the dudes sometimes?
I mean, like there's like dudes I'll see every now and then again. But no, not really. I'm not like a fan, no. I don't keep track of the dudes.
That just means you guys got the same type.
What do you mean?
So, like, if you watch a certain amount of porns and you watch different videos, and for some reason you always seem to run into the same guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just your type. It's just you guys have the same type of women that you guys like.
Wow, so you're like a porn guru or something.
I've been watching porn since I was like 12.
You seem very well versed in porn. I mean, as soon as porn got into the conversation, you became an expert.
Hey, I mean,
I didn't know you knew so much about it.
But I watch porn for a different reason than most people.
Yeah, I can see this.
People,
you almost. It sounds like you watch it artistically, like in an educational sense.
It is art, a little bit, and you are learning. Like you have to watch porn that relates to you.
Okay.
So if the dick looks like yours,
I like the way you think.
If the dick looks like yours, or it's the same shape or the same size, learn these different angles. Even though these angles are built for camera, when they're very uncomfortable. Like porno angles are very uncomfortable because it's for the camera.
Right.
But if you can figure out a way to do that, like in person without like the audience, you get in there. You be in there, and
that's very true.
Just try some shit out, play around with it.
They say you can't fuck like a porn star, but I think like you could if you knew what to look for. Yeah, I do agree with that.
Look, you know how long the average porno like scene is?
Mm-hmm.
It's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
15 minutes of foreplay and whatever they want to start it off with. They never started off with a bitch sucking dick.
Yeah.
They started off with either her, looking good in a bikini, or
pizza box.
Yeah, or like the intro. You gotta have an intro. She looking good in a bikini, or like, oh, it's my maid. Oh, that maid is hot. What if I give you an extra $50? Would you get naked? Like and then it's 15 minutes of sex.
Yes, yeah.
So it's not all that complicated. It's not that long. It's literally a regular sex session. Now, to prepare for it and doing all the work, now that takes hours. The editing and all that shit, all the extra stuff, that takes hours. But as far as like it being a actual sex thing, it's longer than average, like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
You're not fucking your girl longer than 20 minutes all the time. Y'all got special occasion sex that's like an hour or something like that. But on the day-to-day, 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah. And, well, the foreplay, though.
Yeah, the foreplay.
The foreplay.
Depending on how much you want to foreplay. Sometimes I want to skip all that shit.
That's like skipping to the porn, the dick sucking right away.
Yep.
Sometimes you need a plot. Sometimes
need a plot.
You gotta have.
Yeah, you're right.
Some type of narrative here. You can't just. I mean, there is an art to that for sure, And also, like, I do think you could learn from porn that there is a certain amount of beating around the bush, right? Where it's like there's this thing that happens where we are both aiming at a certain thing, but we're not going to say it. So, like, you showed up with the pizza box, and you are a super horny pizza guy, and I am the super hot lady, but I'm not just gonna say that we should have sex right away. Instead, I'm gonna say, hey, why don't you come inside? And then I'm gonna say like, oh, hey, that's a big pizza box. Well, I better get it open while it's still on your lap. Your lap looks like it's burning because the pizza's so hot.
That's hilarious.
You know, I'm just creating ideas. And then, but really, the undercurrent throughout this whole thing is we should fuck, right? And that's real. That's in real life. That's what happens when people like each other. They start doing stupid things. They'll start like interacting to interact, but really they're not talking about anything. Like you'll see these things. It's like people create reasons. It's like if you saw a hot lady and you want to go approach that hot lady, you're going to like make up some stupid thing that you should say. Whereas there's no good reason to talk to this person, but you'll make something up.
Walk up to her, but like, oh damn, it's a bad bitch. What's up, lady? I'm Ty. Nice to meet you. Like it's
very natural, by the way. That was very natural, and like that that would totally work. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it probably doesn't take much. You really all it takes is just making some bullshit up. But that's what you learn from porn. Is my point. Sometimes. You learn to create a plot. You need to create a plot. The foreplay matters, folks. You can't just get your dick sucked right away, boys and girls.
I don't know. The type of pornos I like is when the girl takes control. I like it when it's her idea. You know?
Yeah.
The dude is just there, probably giggling. He probably thought she was hot. He probably seen her ass because she just be wearing those little skirts at work.
Yeah.
And then he's trying to hide, and she's like, you come here and suck on these titties. I know you be looking at me. And I'm like, okay, I guess. Oh, you got me.
Yeah, those are the best, aren't they? Those are probably the best. Yeah, that's probably because it's like that's better than like being submissive. That's better if it's like, you know, like, hey, you better like, I see you and you better fuck me right now. Like rather than like, you know, like, oh, I don't know, and then making me feel like, oh, so I gotta like make a move here. It's almost better if you like appreciate the Neanderthal that I am. Like, you know, I am a simple man. I don't want to have to do all this other stuff. I don't want to have to do all this. So if you just come up to me and just say it, like, wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't it be great if we lived in a world where, like, if ever you, like, if there was never any, like, ambiguity at all. Like, if you ever wanted to have sex with somebody, you just walk up to the person and you just tell them, and then they either say yes or no. If that was a society we lived in, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's a better world. By the way, how did you pick that SpongeBob Patrick? How did you pick that?
I am a very big what is that place called? TJ Maxx. What else? Marshalls, those type of places. Burlington's.
Yeah.
I go to these places a lot, and it basically takes me 15 minutes to shop. If I got like $80 and I need to get an outfit, some pants and a shirt or a hoodie or something like that, I'll walk into Ross.
Yeah.
And I'll most definitely snatch some shit up.
So how many, you'd leave with like what, 3 things? $15. 4 things?
15, no, it's usually one thing. Because I'm tall, so I get a large something, usually on clearance. And it's good on having like name brand shit. So, you know, if I want to look fancy, I'll give me a Michael Kors, maybe a Tommy Hilfiger, something like that.
Yeah.
But if I'm just bullshitting, I'll get the cartoon hoodies.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
And I hate it when I get a cartoon hoodie because it'd be the first of its kind. I'll be walking around with it. And then all of a sudden, everybody else got one of a different color. And I'm like, man, fuck y'all. Yeah. Especially with these. I had to stop wearing cartoon hoodies like this, like Nickelodeon shit, because always somebody with a bigger, badder Nickelodeon outfit.
You think so?
Always.
You just see somebody come in with like some Squidward drip. It's like,
yeah.
Damn.
Members only SpongeBob gear. Rugrats.
Got the Rugrats backpack. Or
yeah,
something.
the whole fit, top to bottom. And I'm like, I just got the hoodie because I'm cold.
Yeah, you know, I have seen that a couple times. I guess I'm not looking for it because now that I think about it, I will see somebody dripped out on some like Nickelodeon or something. And yeah, I do have like a SpongeBob shirt or two, but nothing too fancy. And like, you don't want to be outclassed like that.
Exactly. And like when I wear cartoon shit, I want it to be small. Like, yeah, in the back there's a bunch of different SpongeBob memes.
Yeah.
But in the front, it's got the cool one.
It's very cool.
Yeah, it's got the little with the mouth open.
I wonder what that's from. It's probably from a certain episode. I can't remember.
It is from an episode. What the fuck was it when they were watching the Hooks? Something happened.
Season 1? The Hooks. I remember that episode.
The Hooks, yeah.
I don't know if that was season 1 or not. That is early SpongeBob though, for sure.
Oh wait, no, this is what they were showing Sandy when they told Sandy, like, she was like, what can you guys do? And they're like,
I actually have the Spongebob movie on my computer right now. I watched it recently.
Original?
The OG. Yeah.
Hell
I don't
yeah.
know how I feel about new SpongeBob anything. Dude, ever since the original creator died, it's sad because SpongeBob's kind of gotten co-opted. The last good SpongeBob thing I think I saw was the second movie, Sponge Out of Water. Sponge Out of Water was good, but I don't know about recent SpongeBob. They got SpongeBob twerking. They got Squidward twerking. Like, this isn't Teen Titans. This is SpongeBob. And even Teen Titans. That didn't used to be Teen Titans either. Like, what is going on?
Yeah, you got to stop hating on Teen Titan. Go. Let them have fun. They had a whole...
I'm not even hating. It's just like that originally Teen Titans was like the whole like Cartoon Network thing. Like it was kind of a show. And then it became like a whole nother thing.
Well, yeah, the show ended when they expanded after beating, who the fuck did they beat? Didn't they beat Raven's dad? No, they finished the season somehow. And they ended the show. Then I think they had like a movie or something. But yeah, Teen Titans was over. I know we wanted it to come back.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just the older guy in me. But I like, okay, what I'm saying is just the identity of SpongeBob was taken away in a similar, because even, I remember there was a thing where the creator of SpongeBob, he said there was never going to be any spin-offs, never any of that. The year after he died, they did the Patrick Star Show.
Yeah, they got the Patrick Star Show, which is terrible. They got a bunch of spin-offs. They most definitely...
Right when he died. Like, you could even pinpoint it
They couldn't wait. They couldn't wait.
Yeah, and that's what drives me nuts, because, like, SpongeBob OG, like, you can... Those first few seasons are timeless. They're still so
episode,
good.
Bubble Bath.
Yeah.
The episode I always bring up, because it's the end of an era. It's the episode when Mr. Krabs called him a lame, and they took him to a panty raid at his mama house.
That just shows you how wild SpongeBob used to even a panty raid on a kid's show.
I think they banned that episode, but they took Mr. Krabs. They're like, all right, he's like, you guys are lame. It was like, oh, I guess you don't want to come to the panty raid.
Even as a kid, I didn't fully understand that. I remember seeing that thinking, like, what?
It was the last. It was probably the last remnants of a panty raid, because you'll hear about it in shit like Porky's, or like some old ass show about summer camp or something like that.
Yeah, and that's what that would be 2000s, like early SpongeBob's, like either late 90s or 2000s.
Yeah, that was early 2000s.
Wow, that'd be one of the last panty raids. Yeah,
the last panty raid.
It was phasing out of culture, even just as the thing we did. Like now, it's very frowned upon. You cannot go and on a panty raid with the boys. You know how much trouble
you'll be in if you sneak in a girl's house and steal her panties.
It's unheard of. That is unheard of. But it is on SpongeBob season 2.
2 or 3. One of those early seasons.
Yeah, I mean, and the swearing thing too, the whole like forbidden words thing, like the fact that they found a way to do something that on a kid's show, like SpongeBob and Patrick just figure out how to swear. Magic Conch, legendary episode.
Yes,
that's season 1. I'm almost positive. Yeah, there's so many. I think like the first ever real jellyfishing episode is like 2 or 3. It happens. Yeah,
that's like the first episode. Damn near. Yeah, Larry.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. That so, Mr. Krabs' daughter being a whale in general is pretty funny. You know, you got a crab with a whale daughter. She probably feels very out of place.
Nope, as long as he's spending money.
Yeah.
That's where all his money be going.
Now I think about it, it's very funny his daughter's name is Pearl, because like a pearl, money. Like I guess that must just be because he's obsessed with money.
Yeah.
Never really thought about that. Patrick lives under a rock because he's stupid. You know.
He's a starfish. So starfish.
Do they live under rocks?
Yeah, they kind of hide under rocks and shit. And then I don't know why Squidward lives in a Easter Island head.
Just makes sense.
SpongeBob lives in a pineapple, which is like an ornament that's usually in people's what is that? Aquariums?
Yeah. That's why. Oh, I thought it was just because it's so stupid to have a pineapple under the sea.
It is stupid though.
but it's because of the ornaments. That makes so much more sense to me. I literally thought it was just how goofy would it be to throw a pineapple underwater.
I mean, whoever made that ornament for your fish tank,
They did it. They paved the way.
It was like, we're just
SpongeBob.
doing shit now.
Yeah, I saw a thing where it's like SpongeBob is the 7 deadly sins. Like each one of them represents a sin or something.
Ooh.
Forget which sin. That's a good thing to look up, right? Because that one we can actually... Here, are you going to beat me to it? Probably.
I don't know.
If you had your glasses on, you could look it up with your eyes.
Ask it, right.
Which is fucking crazy to me. Do you do that a lot? You just look stuff up with your face?
It's weird because you have to ask it. You got to be like, Meta, does this, and that happen? Okay, Mr. Krabs is greed. Plankton is envy. Squidward is wrath. Sandy is pride. Patrick is sloth. Gary is gluttony. And SpongeBob is lust.
Wow.
Well, I guess he got all those holes. So, yeah, very lustful.
Well, yeah. He has to get all the jellyfish. I don't think SpongeBob is ever satisfied. Like, SpongeBob always wants more. Maybe that's like he has a lust for more. He just can never be satisfied with life. But, like, greed, gluttony makes a lot of sense. For Gary, that makes perfect sense. Gary can never get enough food. He's always eating.
He's
or the
a
other.
cat. Sandy is pride. She sure is prideful for Texas.
Yep, Sandy's very Texas for sure. Very prideful karate. Okay. That, by the way, also season 1, the karate episode.
Yeah.
Yup.
Karate.
Yup. There's a guy at my work who doesn't get any SpongeBob references. I feel so bad for him.
You got to karate his ass.
Yeah. You'll get it later.
Right.
All right, what Patrick was
sloth.
Sloth.
He's lazy.
Yup. Wow. So there's an idea there. That could be true. And also, I never even really thought that there were 7 main characters, but I guess there are.
Yeah.
Patrick, Gary, SpongeBob, Mr.
Sandy.
Krabs, Sandy.
Yeah. Pearl not even a main character, but you
Pearl.
could literally have an
Call
episode
her.
with all these characters in it.
Yeah. Man, but I'm scared about that new movie for real. I mean, like, have you seen the trailers? And yeah, I just don't.
Ice Spice on the soundtrack.
How does it make you feel?
Hey, I like Ice Spice.
I don't dislike her. But I do think again, Steven Hillenburg, I think that's his name. I do think it's something that the original creator probably wouldn't have
went for.
done. Yeah, like they did a rap at the end of Sponge Out of Water, which was I think a year before he passed away. And that was more of like an epic rap battle of history kind of rap. Like a fun,
but a
goofy.
Ice Spice song, that's crazy. And then they're showing a lot of Patrick's booty. I think that was the controversy behind it. Like, oh hell no, my kids can't watch this. Patrick's ass is out.
I don't even see what bothers me is not even that Patrick's ass is out. It's like that's not my SpongeBob. Like I'm just so used to the OG SpongeBob, dude.
Hey, I'm a goofy goober, man.
I'm a goofy goober.
I cried in the theater.
Did you really?
When that happened on that scene when they were frying up on the digs, I was tearing up.
You mean at when they were inside of the bathroom and then the guys was like, or you mean the end of the movie when it's like I'm a goofy goober rock?
No, now the goofy goober when they was holding hands and they were under the sun lamp.
Oh, when they were you could see them drying out.
Yeah, and when those little tears formed together, my tears was going too. It was a moment.
Again, something that's funny because like they do shit in SpongeBob where a kid wouldn't even get it. Right after that moment, David Hasselhoff shows up and saves the day. And as a kid, I would not get the joke that he's from Baywatch. Like, what the fuck? They made no. I just thought random. Oh, that guy must be some guy people know. It's just so funny that you have a canon like Baywatch him
which
show
is
up.
crazy because like Baywatch was not for kids.
That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
a kid's never gonna get that joke, and they know that.
Unless the kid is like 20 something at the time, which I was. Yeah. What's funny though, I didn't even watch it for David
You were
Hasselhoff.
crying when you were 20.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just imagine you being 10 in that story.
Nope.
That's a good detail to.
Nickelodeon is good at. Yeah, what year did the SpongeBob movie come out?
2005, I want to say.
2005?
I might be wrong. 2004, maybe. Oh, it's a classic now. It's so good. And by the way, you do see Patrick's butt cheeks at one point in that movie.
You see him in all the movies.
Yep. So, for the record, Patrick's butt cheeks have always been around. Nothing new.
What year is
It's not Ice Spice's fault.
I love Ice Spice, but something about a bad bitch that just I don't know.
I remember I talked to one guy. He loved Ice Spice. She was his ideal. You know, that was what he was looking for.
Hot. She's most definitely crackable. But
I can see it. I can see it for sure.
2004. Okay, 2004. I was just graduating 8th grade. I cried in the theaters.
I mean, that's a moment, man. Because I mean, it really did seem like it was over for them. They went through all that journey.
And that was the second time Nickelodeon made me cry.
What was the first time?
So the first time was the Rugrats movie.
Oh, see, now that I'm not too familiar with.
Okay, so there's a scene in the Rugrats movie where, like, you know, all is lost moment. They're like, man, Tommy, you used to be cool. You used to be the leader. You used to be that guy. And then you got a baby brother and shit. And we can't get nothing good. We can't get nothing done. We lost in the forest.
Yeah.
Everything used to be contained to like the house or like a grocery store or something like that, and they'll find their way back before the end of the day, right? They are lost in the forest in the middle of nowhere with a souped up Reptar car, and it's all of them and the new baby.
Okay.
So they abandoned Tommy, like Phil, Lil, and Chucky. They abandoned Tommy, so now it's just Tommy and Dill. It's raining outside. Tommy's pissed off. He's like, my friends are gone and I'm stuck with my baby brother. And he throws like it's like a banana paste that's like his food. And he throws it, and then he drags the little brother out in the rain so the monkeys could take him. And then he goes back into shelter. So the baby is like, and then he turns around while the monkeys are trying to take the baby away. He's like, no, get away, you monkeys. Get out of here. He shoos them away. Then he grabs his little baby brother, takes him back into the shelter. And then they go to sleep together. And I was like, God damn. And I had just got my baby brother. So I'm all types of fucked up in the movie theater. It's crazy.
Yeah. So you think you connected with it? Like it was because of what's going on in your life?
And also I'm such a sensitive young man.
Yeah.
You know,
what gets me is like rom-com movies. Those movies always get me. I'm always like, please just get together, make the right choice. You guys are perfect. You guys are perfect for each other. Like I fall for it. I fall right into it. I mean, it doesn't take much. Like I don't like dumb movies. But I do like a fun, like simple romantic movie, you know, like or a girl movie, like if you call them girl movies. I love them things. Like Legally Blonde, fire.
Oh, that is great.
That
the original,
fire.
The second one, they kind of fucked up the brand.
Yeah, they didn't have to do that. But I mean, just not canon in my mind. Like, just forget about it. It's kind of like Jaws 2, all the Jaws sequels. Nope, none of that's real.
Yeah, exactly.
Only the first one. I mean, like. Most franchises in general, if you just can try to picture if it only was the first movie, I mean, sometimes the first two movies, like, you can kind of just keep it there and it's okay. Like, Game of Thrones got fucked up, but if I just imagine it stopped at season 4, I'm okay. Let's just imagine. We always have our imaginations.
I mean, we don't need 10 American Pies.
Right? They're not making another one, are they?
I think they got one more.
Well, the thing is, there's actually not that many like with the original cast because there's
spinoffs and there's Stifler's brother,
and I feel like the other ones, like if it's just in the universe, okay, well then that's fine, I guess. Like, but if you were bringing the original cast back like 10 times, now you're crazy. Because I want to say they did a reunion, and that's it. I think there was the one and then just the reunion one.
Because they graduated.
Maybe there was there was a sequel. There was American Pie 2, and then there was the reunion. Yeah. But that's 3. And then I don't think there was ever a 4th.
I think they had American Wedding.
Oh, so there was 4.
Let me see how many American Pies. See, now we just Googling shit.
This is why you have a guy. This is why you have to hire somebody who will work for next to nothing to sit over there and type things in. I have a massive TV.
Somebody who likes weed. I like weed, and I can do shit.
I could pay them in weed. I've never thought of that. Like, if you just be my producer, I'll smoke you out. I promise. All right. Say that to somebody. It sounds like you're down for the job. It sounds like you want to get hired.
I still might need a little money because this is a far trip and it's cold outside.
I just imagine it's like when you're like walking real far to smoke weed and you're in middle school, like, oh, it's gonna be worth it. I'm gonna get so high. It's on your way here. All right, let's see. We're finding out facts here, folks.
Okay, American
Pie. I want to say 4 though. Because there's the
Okay.
I know there's 1 and 2 and Reunion, but you said Wedding, so now I think
American Pie 2, American Wedding, and American Reunion.
there it is. But I got it mixed up. I thought for some reason Reunion came before Wedding, so Wedding comes first.
Yeah.
And then Reunion was 2015. That was like the later one when they finally brought it back.
Yeah, but then they got the American Pie Presents, which is in the same universe.
Yeah, but yeah. And those ones I feel like are just riding on the name. Those ones, yeah. I mean, like they count, but really, come on. It's like if you made 200 Jurassic Park shows, but there's also like the Jurassic Park movies. Yeah, but it's like not the movie.
Yeah.
Like it's not the thing. It's a thing based on the thing. It's not quite the same. I mean, it's like, and it's not like a spin-off that's meant to stand on its own. Like if you just call it American Pie Presents, like you'd have to come up with like, I don't know, what would be like a good spin-off of American Pie, American Cake. American Cake would be a good like modern.
American Cake is funny.
That'd be pretty good, actually. That might work. I can see the poster now.
They have been talking about an American Pie 5.
See, just call it American Cake. I think they should
American
rebrand.
Cake. That's funny.
Because American Pie 5, that's not a solid. That's probably just the standing name.
And then he
Who
fucks
knows?
Then he fucks the whole cake.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not like unheard of. Who knows? Now it doesn't hold the same because like fucking a pie is warm, so a cake is not warm. So you have to.
Yeah, when the cake is warm, it's not as consistent. So like you're a monster for fucking that warm cake, that warm soft cake, destroying the foundation of that cake.
It wouldn't even take much of a fucking. It would just be gone so fast.
It'd be over. It'd be
three pump chump on that cake. It's over.
It'd be spread all over your chest and shit.
Because I'm thinking you can't even do an ice cream cake. That won't even work.
Well, I don't know.
Someone told me. Because there was someone's birthday at my work, and so they did the whole thing. They were holding the cake. They sang happy birthday. And then someone else, my manager told me that he was working once, and it was an ice cream cake. And at the end of happy birthday, they did that thing where you smash the face into the cake. But it was an ice cream cake, and
then it knocked him out.
Yeah, the guy had glasses, so it broke his glasses.
Yeah, happy birthday.
So I don't know if you could fuck an ice cream cake, is what I'm saying.
I'll never tell you. You gotta start slow. You gotta warm up that spot that you want to fuck on.
That's a good point.
Yeah, have the ice melt around.
Foreplay.
Yeah, foreplay. It's important.
Yeah, sure is.
Or dig out your hole with a spoon and then work your way through that.
Now you're thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, like, you ever see the people who fuck park benches and they get their dick stuck? That's happened to people before.
That's hilarious. Good for them, because what the fuck are you doing?
I mean, that just goes to show that, like, man stops at nothing.
Nothing.
We will find a way.
I need that freaky friction.
Park bench, dude.
Hell yeah.
Like, how the fuck did you fuck a park bench? It'd be like you're homeless for a while and you're like, oh, there's got to be something. There's got to be something.
One thing I can't do at a certain financial space in my life is fuck. I can't get horny when I'm at my worst. Like I have no job, no prospects, no way of like escaping, no way of making money. I don't have any shows booked anytime soon. I'm not fucking nothing. And that, you know what, when you're destitute, that's sometimes when hoes want you the most.
Yeah.
They be hitting you up, wanting to hang out, wanting to spend time, and I'm like, baby, I am worthless right now.
You're getting me at the wrong time.
At the worst time. Like, you know, if you're selling dick, yeah, if you're like, okay, you know, you look out for me and I knock you down a little bit, then yes, fucking for survival, okay, I can do that. But when we just doing some casual fun shit,
yeah,
and you're trying to like hop my bone, I'm like, bitch, get off me. I have to plan my comeback. Life is trash right now. You know, unless you contributing financially to my dick, I can't participate in whatever you participate in.
A Rocky montage does not include fucking.
It does not.
Yeah.
Not once did he touch that bitch.
Not once.
Adrian! It's not till after he get beat up where he gets the fuck up.
That's right. And that's a lesson, folks. You can learn lessons in movies. You can learn lessons in porn. You can learn lessons from podcasts.
Hell yeah.
And that's a beautiful way for us to end this, is with a lesson. That's how we always do it, is one, a message for the kids. This is going to be your message for the children. So there's
to kids
on school buses listening to us right now.
All right.
And they've been on the school bus for the past 2 hours and 51 minutes. And now they're about to get off. And you're going to give them a piece of advice that's going to hold true for the rest of their lives. They're going to be able to use this in maybe business, maybe finance, maybe education, maybe just general humanism, the way that they communicate with others. This is your piece of advice to give to the children, and it is going to be good. And also, the social media is where people can find you. So if they have had such a good time that they want to have a gooder time and a longer one, how are they going to do that? They have to know what to type in and where to type it in. So you're going to tell them that. The floor is yours.
Okay. My message for the kids is find the thing. Find the thing you're good at and find the thing you love. And make money with the thing you're good at so that you can make money with the thing you love. Like if you find something at a young age that you're pretty damn good at, go to some type of trade school or after school for it. Go to not after school, but like college. Get your certificates, get your degrees while you're also pursuing what you love, because when you do something very well, they give you leeway. When you get that leeway for the thing that you're good at, you can finally get into the thing you love. And then you can also figure out if you're good at the thing you love, because a lot of people love comedy. You might not be good at it, but because you're such a good, carpenter, HVAC, whatever, you have the time to work on that craft and get your shit right. And hey, you might pop off and blow up and be famous. And also, it's always good to focus on longevity. A dream, chasing a dream can be bad for your mental health. And always have a backup plan, something to fall back on. The people who say the plan A is the plan A, they're crazy. And they're going to get it by any means necessary. You got to watch out for those people. And there's no shame of being a regular person. Just living your life, doing your job, and dabbling in something that you fuck with, because you never know what's going to happen with that. But also, this has been Ty Riggs, a.k.a. Wasabi the Black Samurai, a.k.a. Leonardo DiCaprio, a.k.a. Thotty Pippen, a.k.a. Your Mama's Favorite. Follow me on social medias. All social medias is Ty Riggs, y'all. TYRIGGYALL. And I'm starting a new Instagram because Ty Riggs, y'all don't understand it. Y'all don't know the background of why that name is that name. So just follow Ty Riggs, LOL, on Instagram. Also, I'm trying to build followers up on that page.
Boom. Boom, 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 boom. You heard it all, folks. You heard it all. Ty Riggs on Ruse Radio. He gave you not just one piece of advice, but probably 10 million. He gave you a whole lot of advice. You can use all of that. And I don't want to, I just want to cut it right now. I just want to end it right now. I could talk forever, but you know what? He's letting us right off on a high note. You could just go play those every single morning. When you wake up, go and play that 60 seconds of that advice he just gave you. This will be your new mantra, boys and girls, okay? Because it's if you ever think about being a motivational speaker yourself, by the way, because you just pulled it off. You just did it yourself, my friend.
Sometimes.
We're both motivational speakers.
I want that goddamn college money. Yes. Yes.
We're going to be like a duo. We'll be like the traveling college speaker comedy duo.
How do you feel about weekends? Fuck Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays.
That's right, dude. And that has been all, folks, here on... Radio. Clocking out.
Double down, competition couldn't help him to rock. Missed the whole time, holy fell through the flock. That's an ordinary miracle, wealth to the block. It's a balance in the character that's calm and collect. It's apparent his caricature is lost in the